You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock, 3:01 on a Tuesday afternoon edition of the show. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in today as we are packed and loaded for bear today. A huge show, all the latest on the transfer portal madness. We've got a big one at Thompson Bowling tonight. A lot to get to. Bob Baskerville, Bear, Walker Smith, all here with me in the White Claw Hard Seltzer studios of Fan Run Radio.
Ready to get it on.
Bleary eyes today. I can only assume that you were all up watching the FCS championship last night.
I was keeping up with it.
I was binge watching Reacher.
What? I got sucked in. I watched the fourth quarter.
It was a great game. What was it? Not
It was bananas, man.
Oh,
It's a theme with Bob.
What's that?
You just will watch you just watch sports every night? Just
Well,
about?
it just kind of, I was flipping around and
I don't know what you think it is we do here, but yeah, we watch a lot of sports.
yeah.
Taco Dowler.
Yeah.
Does he have any eligibility left? Bring me Taco Dowler from Missouri State. Fantastic player.
Yeah, that was my roots are in the Missouri Valley Conference, right? Indiana State. So Illinois
Valley guy.
Illinois State. That was kind of a story. So I found myself rooting for them, but I mean,
Kevin Stallings, old school.
That's right. That is right. And I think their coach is Brock Spack, who he was the Purdue coach.
That
for
guy was I love that guy.
Yeah. He was not good at Purdue. Very few coaches are.
He had the Redbirds in the championship. Came up a little bit short there. All right, you all don't care about the FCS
not
championship
at
game.
all.
All right, portal. We start with the portal.
You have to.
So Ryan Callahan from GoVols 247
Nice.
is going to be in here in just a few minutes, and I mean, he's covering this on a minute-by-minute basis. So any questions y'all have, like he can answer directly here in just a minute. I guess we'll start with the good news. Ori Williams, the 6 foot. This kid is massive.
Massive.
Listed at like 6'8", 330.
Yep.
On LSU's website, he commits to Tennessee.
Right tackle.
Yeah, probably our starting right tackle next year. So this kid, interesting story. He was a basketball player growing up, so he's got athleticism. Only played 2 years of high school football, and then 2 years at LSU. He redshirts in 2024, and I think he played in maybe half their. I think he started 2 games at both tackle positions. I don't know what Brian Kelly was doing down there, but so he's only been playing organized football for 4 years, but he does have a couple of starts at LSU. But it sounds a lot like Hurd, right? I mean, Hurd.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said yesterday. It's very strange that we're saying goodbye to one big-time LSU transfer portal lineman and taking another. We just replaced him.
Yeah, I would imagine there's another lineman that they were connected to bringing in from like Oregon State or something. But I wonder if that's when, all right, we got this guy in the boat, like we're done on offensive line. Or maybe you bring in another guy. I don't know. We'll see, but that's the news there. Ori Williams commits to Tennessee. Pencil him in to your starting offensive line next year.
That's a big boy.
I think you got to bring. I hope they do bring in another guy.
Yeah, me too.
I think the problem you're going to have now is all the guys that you might want to bring in are probably going to want to start. It's like the conversation we had. Remember before the 2024 season when we knew Nico was going to be the guy, and it's like, well, you can't just have Nico and Gaston.
Yeah.
And Merklinger. Like, you've got to go find another guy in the portal. And it's like, well, who wants to come
sit on the bench?
Yeah.
Yeah, but with offensive line, except for the fact that we don't substitute a whole lot, you got to have depth there. Those guys get hurt all the time.
Well, I call me crazy, but there's this thing that we used to do in college football. It's called recruiting. And you used to have like 15 offensive linemen on your right. We still do, but just none of the guys that we recruit end up playing here.
They don't get developed.
So strange. So
okay, so there's that.
All right, defense is what we all want to talk about, right?
For sure.
I want King Mack.
Amari Campbell, linebacker from Penn State, officially goes into the portal today, and seems like a lot of smoke that he wants to come here. So he's going to come visit, and obviously we'll have to pay him. He ain't coming cheap, but this is a guy that wore the green dot for Penn State last year, so he's familiar with Jim Knowles and his defense. It would be his second year in this system. You got to think that that's a dude they want really bad.
Well, yeah. Our linebacker play at times was lacking last year. We needed to upgrade our overall athletic talent. I mean, I love the guys that played, but I mean, we have to be real.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some depth there with returning players: Perlotti, T. Lander, Jordan Burns, Jadon Harmon, a couple of guys that we all liked in recruiting and everything. But I think in this case, like if he is a guy that knows the system and Knowles is comfortable with,
if he's a green dot guy, Russ,
yeah, that makes a lot of sense for Tennessee. So Amari Campbell, keep an eye on there. 2 Alabama guys go into the portal today. One has a really good name. One has a really dull name. Quay Russaw.
Good name.
And James Smith. Josh, James, whatever.
No relation?
No relation. These guys went to the same high school down in Alabama. They were both starters on Alabama's defensive line last year. Russaw is their edge guy, and he is to quote Kane Womack, a freakish athlete. So, I mean,
I'm in.
Yeah. Now, again, like I'm guessing these guys, are a package deal, and it's going to be expensive.
Spend the money.
Scared money don't make money.
No, it doesn't. Not in modern day college football.
We need some good names, though. That's why I like King Mack. Being a great player secondary, we need a name.
I mean, I don't know that it's secondary, but I feel like a guy named King Mack is going to play. You're not named King Mack, and you come in here.
I mean, it's been a minute. Well, I mean, other than Jacoby Thomas, we really haven't had a talent like that at safety in a long time.
I like the name. I was bummed. First and foremost, that's why Hollywood Smothers going to Bama bummed me out.
Yeah. Hey, you can't get them all.
No, and I imagine, after watching them against Indiana and watching them all year, you can't. They couldn't run the ball.
No.
So those are a couple of names. There seems to be a lot of smoke around Cooper Ranvier.
Say that one more time.
Cooper Ranvier.
Like Ranvier, like he ran the Veer offense?
V-I. Do we have to get bogged down
No.
here? Just Cooper Ranvier. He's a kicker from Louisville. He's originally from Lexington. He went to Louisville. He's got like bleach blonde hair, a big frizzy head. He's a kicker. He wears the short shorts like the guy from Oklahoma, and he's got a leg tattoo.
Like how far, like what part of the leg? Like calf or? I mean, he's wearing shorts.
What part of the leg?
Yeah, I mean, you keep saying leg tattoo, and I mean, is it like his entire leg is tattooed? Or?
He's got a leg tattoo. It's on his, I mean, it's not on his thigh. A weird thing to ask. He's got a leg tattoo.
Well, I mean, you tell me he's wearing the short shorts, and I'm imagining some kid wearing in Tennessee short shorts, covered in, his legs covered in tattoos. It's kind of an odd thing. Can he kick?
I mean, he kicked for Louisville last year. Can Max Gilbert kick? We need a kicker. I mean, you got to have a kicker, right? That, to me, is a non-negotiable. So keep in mind a couple of names here this afternoon. And then Walker, we've got a couple of guys on campus. The Trick from Miami of Ohio, I really like him.
Yeah, he's a good edge rusher. And we also have another safety on campus today in Lyric Rawls.
There we go.
Yes.
Lyric Rawls.
See, I was going with Lyric.
Is it Lyric?
Lyric makes more
I
sense.
like Lyric a lot
I like
more.
Lyric a lot.
Yes, Lyric Rawls.
Sing us a tune back there at safety.
Rawls.
And he's from
Lyric.
Kansas.
Yep.
Yeah, Rawls is from Kansas, where he played with Quay Moss. So, again, like maybe
Could be a thing.
maybe you're getting some familiarity there. All right, so all that brings us to quarterback.
I thought it was just fantasy land the first time I heard it.
What is Tennessee going to do for a QB next year? And I've continued to say it before the portal opened, and even yesterday when all y'all were running around pulling your hair out, screaming the room's on fire, that, like, look, Josh Heupel, you can criticize him all you want. It's fair game. He makes $9 million a year. He is not up in his office scratching his ass waiting for a quarterback to fall into his lap.
He's got a plan.
He's got a plan. He's got a backup plan. He's got a backup to the backup and a backup to the backup to the backup and so on. And, you know, we'll see what happens with Joey.
What's plan A? What do you think plan A is?
Joey. I think he's waiting for Joey. If that happens this week, you got to think that's plan A if he takes care of his guys.
Because I'm kind of wondering.
I don't think that's plan because we've heard that they contacted Sorsby, that they talked to him, and that they talked to Levitt, right? So that was plan A, was go and get one of the big names out of the portal. Doesn't look like you're going to get either one of those guys. I don't know where Joey is if he's plan B, C, or D, but it's obvious that he figures in somewhere. And I think it's pretty obvious that Ty Simpson figures in somewhere.
Yeah,
I feel like if he doesn't go to the draft, I feel like he's going to be our quarterback next year.
that's what the tea leaves look like.
Well, I mean, that's what Chris Lowe said on y'all's podcast the other night, right?
He did. And it's you can drive yourself crazy looking at some of these mock drafts that are out there because there's all sorts of versions that have, you know, they have Ty Simpson going relatively early in the first round. Some don't have him going at all in the first round. That's what we got to hope for is that he doesn't get intoxicated with that concept of being like a mid-first round pick or something like that because then we're not getting him.
Well, it seems like the popular knowledge right now is that the Raiders are going to take Mendoza,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and that the Jets are most likely going to take Dante Moore.
we don't know if he's going to go to the draft yet.
That's the interesting wrinkle is if
Well-
they're saying everybody's like, you do not go to the Jets.
Yeah, well,
It's like
stay
stay back.
And if he does Ty Simpson want to go play for the Jets?
Yeah.
Because if you don't get picked in the first two, like you're almost hoping that Arizona goes quarterback at 3 because the Titans aren't going to go QB and the Giants aren't going to go QB at 5. The Browns are probably going to go QB at 6 because it's what they do. They just draft and sign quarterbacks. They've got a million of them. So it's like Ty Simpson, yeah, you want to be in the first rounder. Do you want to end up playing for the Jets or the Browns?
Yeah.
Because to me, it's almost worth it. It's like if I can get $3 million to go play quarterback at Tennessee or Miami or Alabama or wherever, I'd almost rather do that and take my chances of getting drafted by somebody not named Cleveland or the Jets next year.
Here's the thing, though, and you and I talked about this a little bit before the show. I find it hard to believe that if he enters the portal and decides to stick around in college, you don't think Lane Kiffin's not going to be interested? You don't
In
think
Ty?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, by this time, he might have Sam Levitt before that
Maybe.
even gets decided.
Maybe. What about Miami? Carson Beck's done.
That's true.
I think Miami would be a player for Simpson.
I just don't think this is like, hey, if he's, I mean, with all due respect to CeeLo saying that, it's like the more I think about it, I just don't think it's a given that,
He would come here.
he's just coming to Tennessee. Maybe. It'd be great, but this is a different era, man, and, depends on what he's holding out for.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, the Browns, I don't know if the Browns and the Jets, they don't just have one pick. They have a combined 5 picks in the first round. So if you're Ty Simpson, that's where you're going to go.
Yeah, you don't want to get anywhere near that draft,
Unless,
buddy.
like, you fall to – unless the Cardinals take you at 3. or something like that because they're going to move on from Kyler Murray.
Which, if you could guarantee him that he go to the Cardinals at 3, like the Cardinals aren't the Browns or the Jets.
No, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. there. You're going to have a new coach that
Michael Wilson.
Yeah, I'm sure is going to draft, or I'm sure they're going to get a quarterback-friendly coach. I would imagine. I don't know. Hard to do better than that. Hard to do worse than that Gannon guy. So.
Well, and this quarterback class is, by comparison over the last couple of years, it's not very good. If you're the Cardinals, do you just ride Jacoby Brissett for another year or two?
Maybe.
Because to your point, they've got other complementary players too.
And then if you're Simpson, you're almost assuredly going to the Jets or the Browns.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't want to go to the Jets or the Browns.
Yeah, it's.
And it is insane that Jacoby Brissett is still playing football.
And then you weigh in the whole, well, if I come back, I could get hurt. If I come back and ball out, there's no law saying that I won't get drafted by the Jets or the Browns next year. So a lot of things for Ty Simpson and his family to discuss. We got to take a quick break. When we continue, Ryan Callahan, GoVols 247, has been covering the portal minute by minute. He'll give us all the latest. We'll talk to him about what he thinks Tennessee might end up doing at quarterback. We'll get into the details with Ryan Callahan coming up next. It's Fan Run Radio on a Tuesday afternoon edition of The Drive. Stay with us.
The Drive. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM.
Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app.
This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair wants to make sure your vehicle is as ready as you are. The last thing you want to do is spend your time on the side of the road waiting on a tow truck. No. Schedule an appointment at Matlock Tire to have your vehicle checked out before you go. Tires and batteries, belts and hoses, fluids and filters, even the AC. Visit Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair in Lenoir City, Athens, Maryville, and Kingston Pike in West Knoxville. Schedule your appointment online at MatlockTireService.com. Matlock Tire, keeping you on the road since 1953.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco. Here at Knoxville Smiles, every smile is unique and every smile has a story. We would love to get to know you and help you smile brighter with confidence. If you've been looking for a dental home that treats you like more than just a set of teeth, we would love to welcome you to the family. Please give us a call at 865-539-1776 or visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
North Knox Siding and Windows is a complete exterior home improvement company that can help you with all your home exterior needs. If your home needs new siding, windows, doors, gutters, handrails, a deck, or a new roof, then give my friends at North Knox Siding and Windows a call at 865-689-0505. You can also visit their showroom at 5618 North Broadway. Locally owned and operated and proudly serving all of Knoxville and the surrounding areas, North Knox Siding and Windows. Online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Citizens National Bank.
Don't let the chaos of the holiday season slow you down. Adding your CNB bank cards to your digital wallet makes checking out fast and easy. Forget digging through your wallet or entering payment information. Just tap, pay, and you're on your way. Add your bank cards to your digital wallet for a smoother shopping experience.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville back with you, and Ryan Callahan, GoVols 247, is here on the show this afternoon. Ryan, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Hey, guys. Doing well. How are you?
Still a little ticked off at the beatdown you put on me in the Mark Nagy's Fantasy Football League Championship, but I'm getting over it.
You were just welcoming me nicely. I appreciate you being so courteous in my first year.
Yes. Yeah.
Champ.
One first-year wonder, Ryan Callahan, with us here this afternoon on the show. Ryan, what is the anxiety level like over on the 247 board here as we are in, day 4, I believe, of the portal?
Yeah, climbing higher than it probably should be in week 1 of the portal. We kind of see this every year. Tennessee tends to get off to a slower start than some other programs and, doesn't host quite as many visitors as some other teams do right out of the gates, and that leads to some early hand-wringing. And, Tennessee's not historically signed as many guys out of the portal each year under Josh Heupel. That might change a little bit this year. I think they'll probably go with a little bit bigger group. But, it just seems to be an annual tradition that leads to some early consternation. But I think Tennessee's going to end up with some good players and still should have a nice group out of the portal, I think, by the time it's all said and done.
So we were talking about our new biggest guy, Ori, joining the proceedings. That feels like, at least at face value, Ryan, like a big get. And I use the term big because the dude's massive, but has some limited play from his time at LSU. What are your thoughts on him, though, as far as how quickly he could contribute to that offensive line for Tennessee?
Yeah, I think they see him as a day one starter, most likely. He's got a couple starts under his belt from his time at LSU, and played a good amount this past season. And LSU didn't have a great offensive line, didn't have the kind of year they wanted, but the talented guy, 6'7" plus, 335 pounds or so. Big guy, and definitely I think has the potential to be a sneaky good addition. And we've seen Tennessee, Gerald Mincey, for all his flaws, he was a pretty productive player for a while for Tennessee. So you can find some swing tackles with some experience out of the portal that can end up being pretty good starters. And I think Tennessee feels like it's getting a pretty good player there. That obviously they feel that their best 5 for next year includes Jesse Perry playing guard and not right tackle where he started the year. So they were clearly looking for a tackle out of the portal. Had Anwar O'Neal out of Delaware also lined up for a visit and canceled that one once it looked like things were going to work out with Ori Williams. And they're clearly pretty excited about getting a guy with his size and potential out of Texas. Played a pretty high level of football in high school too. And to add a guy like that to the offensive line certainly solidifies things after Lance Hurd's departure.
So you got Quay Moss as a defensive back. You got Ori Williams on the offensive line. Is there anybody else out there right now, Ryan, that you feel like might be close or that Tennessee feels good about adding in the near future?
Well, they're in a close race right now with Virginia Tech for Jaquez White, the cornerback from Troy. He appears to be nearing a decision. Thought he might have one as early as this morning, but clearly has been a bit torn between those two schools. James Franklin's staff obviously being very aggressive, trying to patch up that roster and make a quick turnaround there in Blacksburg. So Virginia Tech not going away in that one, but I think Tennessee clearly impressed him. He's a guy originally from Georgia. Started off his career at Washburn University. Seen some of these guys take a sort of different route to the SEC, and Tennessee's had some success in finding some good defensive backs out of the portal over the past couple of years. I think they're pretty hopeful that Jaquez White could be that type of guy that can have similar success maybe next year if they can land him. But that's one that's kind of playing out as we speak. I think still a close race. Coming out of the visit yesterday, I would have leaned a little bit toward Tennessee having the inside track, but definitely not a done deal just yet. And there's a reason he hasn't announced yet, so we'll see where that one goes. But I certainly could see him announcing a decision within the next day or two, unless someone else emerges as a possible contender and causes them to look around a bit more.
Going to the other side of the ball, Ryan, one of the things besides the obvious at quarterback, and I'm sure we'll get to that in a minute, but another area of need is running back, and we understand Cam Cook is visiting right now, maybe as we speak. How are you handicapping that one right now? Because, there's all sorts of schools weighing in saying, hey, this could be our guy, but obviously Tennessee needs a little help for Deshaun Bishop.
Yeah, no, actually, I've not been told that Cam Cook is on campus right now. I'm not sure that visit is going to happen based on the latest I've heard. So we'll see if that one ends up happening. I think Tennessee's best bet at the moment at running back might be Zylan Perry out of Louisiana, and that's one that Tennessee hosted yesterday. Wrapped up his visit, but still working through some things there. Not sure where things are going to go with Cam Cook, but that one's been kind of hot and cold at times. Looked like a good possibility for Tennessee at times, and it's kind of come and gone a little bit over the past couple of days. So we'll see if something changes there. But as of the latest I've been told earlier today, not sure that visit's going to happen as it was once planned today, and we'll see what if anything changes there. But Tennessee has been involved with Cam Cook, but just not sure right now that it's looking like it's likely to be a fit.
All right, Ryan, let's get into it. The quarterback situation for Tennessee. I've been saying, like, Josh Heupel has to have a plan. I mean, I think people think that, he's just content to let it play out, and if he ends up starting George McIntyre next year, then that's what he'll do. But, it seems like they had some conversations with the Sorsby kid. He ends up at Texas Tech, and maybe Sam Levitt as well. So that lets you know that they're not afraid to aim high. What is the latest on the quarterback situation? And then, what do you think they would prefer to do in a perfect setup?
Well, the problem is there are several teams out there that have their hopes set on getting a new quarterback, and so there's a lot of competition out there for some of the top guys. And I think Tennessee's had an appetite to maybe see if there's a chance to upgrade from Joey Aguilar, knowing that he's a possibility still to return if that court case that he's involved in goes his way. You just don't know if you're going to get an answer on that by the end of the portal window this month. So you've got some interesting possibilities out there, but I don't think Tennessee wanted to bring in just any quarterback. I think they were looking for someone who would be a clear upgrade from Aguilar if you can find one like that. So Brendan Sorsby and Sam Levitt were the two names we heard early on. Levitt, still could end up at LSU. Sorsby obviously set his sights on Texas Tech and LSU pretty quickly. A lot of competition out there. And then you've got programs like Oregon still interested in a quarterback. Kentucky has been desperate, got Kenny Minchey. Nebraska had Kenny Minchey stolen away from them. So there's a lot of programs out there very motivated to get a good quarterback. And I think Tennessee's kind of in a tricky spot because there's a desire to get someone, but is it the desperation that some of these programs have where they're just kind of hanging their hat on getting somebody better that can have an elevating effect on their entire program? Whereas Tennessee, it'd be nice if they could get someone else, but you've got George McIntyre, you've got Faison Brandon already in the program. So how that plays out, is going to be interesting. And that's where I think Tennessee's kind of had the luxury of sitting back and waiting to see if Ty Simpson will go in the transfer portal. I think he's in play if obviously if he decides not to go to the draft. I just think there's probably right now a better chance than not that he ends up going to the draft. And so if that's the case, then Tennessee there's a scenario where Tennessee just ends up kind of having to wait and see if Joey Aguilar is going to get another year. I think you've got to go look for someone to at least compete with those guys. But if Aguilar comes back, you'll have your 3 scholarship quarterbacks, and you could be okay that way. So there's some possibilities out there, but we're just not hearing Tennessee mentioned a lot with other guys, and I think that's kind of in fitting with the idea that they wanted to get someone else, but only if it was an upgrade from Joey Aguilar. And you see a lot of guys out there that I think clearly would not be.
Yeah, and that's kind of the slippery slope, obviously, with Joey, right? I mean, are you hearing anything in kind of the back channels as to when there would be some resolution, good or bad, on Joey's status?
Yeah, I think that's the tricky part. You don't know with court cases, and there can be delays and things like that. So that could be a situation where you have to, you might even have to go through spring practice without him. You just don't know at this point what's going to happen there. So, that's part of the complicating factors here is that you've got to have some sort of certainty about that coming out of this month, and they'll at least know, I think, whether they're waiting on Aguilar or moving on with someone else within the next couple of weeks. But this could still go a few different ways, and we'll see what they do if the Ty Simpson possibility doesn't end up being on the table. Do they go after someone else that might be just kind of bring someone else in for depth and competition purposes? It'll be interesting to see what they do in that scenario, but just not a ton of activity so far. They were clearly interested in Sorsby and Levitt, but they've not gone down the list in a way that suggests they're just dead set on bringing in someone else that they envision being a starter. So, there was some talk of Calandry from UNLV. Florida State was more involved there. Didn't seem like Tennessee really made much of a push or was very involved. So just not a lot of smoke out there outside of that. And Tennessee clearly hasn't gone down many roads outside of looking into the possibilities with Sorsby and Leavitt.
Ryan Callahan, GoVols 247, with us this afternoon on the show. And Ryan, zeroing in on the Ty Simpson stuff, and I know that's hot chatter on y'all's message board over there and on the social media sites and all that stuff. Obviously, there's a history there between the player and Tennessee. There's also a history between Josh Heupel and his dad, Jason Simpson, the head coach at UT Martin. I guess the question I have is, I'm wondering why there's talk of the portal to begin with, because he had such a good season at Alabama. They went to the college football playoff. In my mind, outside looking in, I'm thinking, if you were going to come back, why not just stay at Alabama?
Yeah, and that's the tricky part. Obviously there are reasons that Ty Simpson would want to go back to Alabama, but in this transfer portal era, a lot of it comes down to financial considerations. And I think Ty Simpson's always had some interest in still being at Tennessee, even though it worked out the way it did coming out of high school for him. I think he's always had this, kind of thought in the back of his mind that playing at Tennessee would be still pretty appealing if the opportunity presented itself. So I don't know how much of this comes from that, just sort of in the back of his mind, that desire to maybe still somehow play for the Vols after it didn't work out coming out of high school, whether it's about what Alabama put around him this year, because let's face it, he didn't have a great run game to help him out. That was part of what they ran into in the playoff game against Indiana. It just seemed like for too much of the year, Ty Simpson had to do all the heavy lifting. And if he's going to come back, he needs to do something that's going to help his draft stock. And maybe they think putting up some big numbers in Tennessee's offense could help his draft stock in that way. And they've seen a few quarterbacks now have a lot of success under Josh Heupel, and believe that Ty would be a good fit for that system maybe. So it also may depend on how many resources Alabama's willing to devote to that position. They've got a couple other talented guys on the roster at quarterback. So how much could they afford to pay Ty Simpson versus how motivated would Tennessee be to make a push for Ty Simpson? That's the other part of this too. So for some people it's money, for some people it's raising your draft stock, and maybe they think they can accomplish both at Tennessee. But clearly there's at least some level of interest there on his family's part if he were to come back to college. But, again, I still think right now, just based on what I've continued to hear even today, there's probably a better than 50-50 chance Ty Simpson does end up in the NFL draft. It's seen a lot of mock drafts. He's still being projected as a possible first-rounder a lot of places. Even where you see him being projected as a second-rounder, they'll have him going early in the second round a lot of times, and that means there's a chance to play your way into the first round with a good combine or a good pro day at Alabama. So I think there's probably enough there that Ty Simpson, as of right now, if I had to guess, is likely to go pro. But if he comes back, there's multiple factors to consider, and they want to do something that, puts him in the best position to be a first-round pick a year from now.
Y'all ever wonder what it's like right now on Earth 2, where Jeremy Pruitt was able to hold it together for another year, and Ty Simpson just finished up his second year starting for Coach Cornbread here at Tennessee?
There's a fascinating split screen there that maybe someone with more time on their hands could throw together, where Nico Iamaleava never ends up at Tennessee. Yes. Ty Simpson's the quarterback here instead. How would that go? I still don't know that it would have ended very well with Jeremy Pruitt, but he was making some pivots there going into that 2021 season where things at least would have been more interesting to watch. And who knows if he ever would have gotten that offense jump started, but Ty Simpson was kind of the guy he was, I think, hanging his hopes on, and that's it's fascinating to think about what could have been if it had played out that way. And heck, for that matter, even if Josh Heupel could have landed Ty Simpson in his first month on the job.
Back to the here and now, Ryan. One of the things that just blows my mind, but this is where we are in this day and age with the portal and everything else, is every single position of need is important, and one that's really resonating around here for Tennessee fans is the kicker. The fan base pretty apoplectic over some of the misses and the timeliness of the misses that happened with Max Gilbert this season. Max is gone now, headed to Arkansas, it looks like. At this point, it feels like there's a lot of guys out there that are, the kickers have gotten into this game. They want to get paid. How high a priority do you feel like Tennessee holds that? Because it's been a critical piece for us in what didn't go right this year.
Yeah, it's an important position for Tennessee to address that kind of gets overlooked with all the needs on defense and all the talk at quarterback. But, yeah, I think Tennessee definitely wants to get someone good in there. And obviously Max Gilbert needed a fresh start probably after the way this year went for him. But, Tennessee's had some success in going to the portal for kickers. Obviously Chase McGrath and, Charles Campbell the year before that, I think. So, Cooper Ranvier is a guy from Louisville that just entered the portal today, has a connection to Tennessee, has worked with James Wilhoit in the past, who does great work with a lot of kickers in this state. But he's from Lexington, Kentucky, just down the road, and I think would have some interest in getting to the SEC. So it sounds like the Vols will probably be a player for him, and we'll see where that one goes. But, yeah, I think there's a good chance that there will be some pretty intriguing possibilities out there, probably multiple guys that would be potential fits. But Ranvier, given that connection through Wilhoit, makes a lot of sense now that he's entering the portal. So that's a young guy, had a good freshman year at Louisville, made some kicks beyond 50 yards, has a nice leg. So I think that's an intriguing possibility. Was 21 of 25 this year on field goals, 2 of 5 from 50-plus yards, but only had one miss inside 50 yards and was pretty good on extra points too. So I think that's one to keep an eye on for sure, and we'll see where that one goes. But I think it looks like as of right now, there's at least a good chance he will end up visiting Tennessee at some point and could be a real possibility for the Vols.
He is Ryan Callahan covering recruiting for Go Vols 247. Ryan, last thing, we'll let you out of here. The portal open for another 10 days through the 16th of January. A lot of twists and turns coming up, I'm sure. Anything else that bears watching in the immediate 24, 48 hours, in your opinion, with the caveat knowing that this stuff can change minute to minute?
Well, just what other names emerge? Just today, we've heard more about a couple Alabama transfers on Tennessee's radar. James Smith, the defensive lineman, former 5-star starter for the Crimson Tide this season, who just entered the portal. Quay Russaw, another guy that just entered the portal yesterday, I believe, that Tennessee is already involved with. Tennessee hoping to get those guys on campus. So what other names end up in the portal? We're still waiting to see, for that matter, if Tennessee can kind of put some things to bed with some guys on its current roster who maybe haven't made final decisions yet on whether they're staying or going or going to consider looking around in the portal. So, still a lot of irons in the fire for a lot of programs and some guys who have announced they're entering the portal who aren't officially in there yet. So I think there will be some additional names that pop up. Kayan Lee, a cornerback transferring from Auburn who's visiting Ohio State today, one of multiple defensive backs Tennessee's still trying to get on campus. So still just a lot of possibilities out there, and Tennessee obviously has a lot of needs and needs to get more visitors to Knoxville here in the coming days. So I think you're going to see a lot of developments over the next few days, and we'll see who ends up visiting by the end of this weekend, because I think a lot could still happen over the next 4 or 5 days.
Ryan, great stuff. Really appreciate the time. Good luck covering all this. I'm sure that's going to be a wild 10 days for you.
Never a dull moment on this. I was just telling Bear before we came on here, as soon as the season ends, the fun stuff's really about to begin. Yeah. So, never a dull moment. And, 2 commitments down, and, Tennessee's going to try to add several more. So definitely stay tuned, and we'll have all the latest for you on Go Vols 24/7.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Go Vols 247. Ryan Callahan right there breaking it down for us and throwing a couple of new names there. The corner from Auburn is –
a couple of tasty nuts.
That's intriguing. And, we didn't even mention Jaquez White. I didn't realize that Virginia Tech is trying to steal our bacon there. Can't let that happen.
Jimmy Frank.
Bear, I'm looking at a picture. You might have seen it too. Cooper Ranvier. It looks like the ankle.
Oh, yeah, I saw
lower leg for all your edification needs.
Yeah. And his kicking leg is.
Yes.
Is it on the kicking leg?
Yeah.
Does that matter?
No, it's just kind of an odd look because he's got like regular pants on one leg, and then his kicking leg.
I mean, how cool would it have looked back in the day if like James Wilhoit or John Bexford, Jeff Hall had just like fire flames going up his kicking leg?
Yeah, this guy's got the it reminds me of the Dalton Connect look. It looks like he's got leggings on the one leg, the non-kicking leg, and then he's got the short shorts on the kicking leg. So
if he can shoot from long range as good as Dalton Connect, I'll take that.
There you go.
All right, quick timeout. When we continue, Tennessee Athletics Director Danny White chirping back at fans online.
Yeah, he is.
Spicy.
All right, we'll let you know what Danny Upcharge has to say about it when we continue next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Ryan Callahan, Go Vols 247. Bear, what did you learn? Yeah.
You hadn't done this to me in
Head
a
on a
while.
swivel.
It's been a long time since he did
Head on
that.
a swivel.
I've missed it. I learned that we're talking to the kid from Auburn, which I saw that earlier on Twitter, and I thought that their defense was pretty tough this year. It was their offense that sucked, so I'd be all about picking off one or two of their guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the Bama guys. You know they probably know how to work, and
yeah.
I don't know. It'd be interesting, and it feels like even if they did underachieve a little bit, because it definitely feels like there's a drop off there from Saban to DeBoer in terms of buttoned up approach, attention to detail, all those things. Maybe Rodney Garner is what some of those guys need, and some good hard coaching and development. So we'll keep our eyes on those situations. Yes, Bob?
The one thing that surprised me, and of course that's why we had Ryan on, because the guy's connected, does a great job. There's still a lot of floating around that Cam Cook is visiting here. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I trust Ryan. I hope he's wrong, because we need a running back.
Well, we had the conversation, the callback to trying to find a backup quarterback in the portal to Nico and how hard that was because nobody wants to be a backup. I mean, we do have a returning second-string All-SEC running back right now in Deshaun Bishop. So you want a more explosive guy. I want a more explosive guy. But if I'm just some guy who played at Jacksonville State or Louisiana Lafayette last year and I'm looking to move up in the world, I'm looking at Tennessee's roster and say they've got that guy back. Yeah. Look at the numbers he put up.
Yeah, but with modern day and really in the last 5 to 10 years, the way the running back position is played at almost every level now, there's more than one guy.
Sure.
And
we need two.
It keeps your mileage low, and you got to have two. You got to have a complementary running back tandem.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the other thing is that this is just not a position. You see it in the NFL. We've talked about it for years, why Derrick Henry couldn't get paid. And they don't value that position anymore. And I think Tennessee takes an analytical approach to where they distribute their money. They're going to spend on quarterbacks and players that affect the quarterback. And running back is down that list of priorities. We'll see. Maybe they land Cam Cook. Maybe it's Zylan Perry. I think they'll get somebody.
Yeah, and I think it looks like the other school that Cook is in with so far is West Virginia, and to your point, he may be looking at that like I can be the guy there. And
yeah,
sure they're throwing some money at him, Big 12 team. I get it, but yeah,
I also wonder if backs sometimes look at the SEC and are like, I don't want to get tackled 100 times by 330-pound first-round picks. I'll go in the Big 12, put up bigger numbers, and save wear on the tires.
Yeah.
I don't know. Danny White. Yeah. He will not be ignored.
Daniel.
Tennessee's athletics director. I mean, here the rest of us are just freaking out about the portal, who we going to get, hitting the refresh button on the recruiting sites. And I guess Danny White is – I don't know what is he like taking his mid-afternoon dump and just scrolling Twitter and all of a sudden checking his mentions and decides – to choose blood this afternoon?
Chose violence for sure on that one.
Might be feeling a little fed up.
So the Irish Hammer on Twitter.
Great name. Great Twitter
So here's how this went down. This started with our boys over at More Important Issues.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Landon
guys?
and the guys.
Yeah.
They were just – it was just a post about Zylan Perry, the running back who's going to be visiting today. And the Irish Hammer on Twitter –
takes that.
That's the guy's name. He's the Irish Hammer. He quote tweets that and says, "What the hell are we doing here?" So the Irish Hammer is not here for Zylan Perry. I don't want no Louisiana running back. Irish Hammer ain't for it.
He wants
Hollywood
Prime.
Smothers. Yeah. To which John Boy 7501 replies, "For all the good he has done." At AD Danny White.
That's where he got brought in.
He ats him.
Okay.
Needs to throw some money at the portal and give up on turning Neyland into a nightclub.
Love that.
It's actually pretty good.
It is.
To which the Irish Hammer responds, 100%, we need to go after top-tier talent in the portal, not names to fill a roster spot. Entertainment districts don't win national championships. That's still the goal, right?
Ain't win no national championships.
So just average run-of-the-mill Twitter exchange by Tennessee fans, right?
Yeah, it's pretty tame. There's no cursing.
What we do.
But Danny White was tagged.
So
he sees it, and at 2:04 p.m., about an hour and a half ago, he quote tweets that. This is what Danny White said on Twitter. I've been thinking that the Neyland District could win us a national championship. Man, I've been thinking about this all wrong. Thank you for your insight.
Sounds snarky, Danny.
Pretty incredible.
It doesn't sound snarky. It is snarky. It's very
just
sarcasm and
read the comments.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
So
great.
It's got his tweet, by the way, has 600 likes and 230. When people say, "Oh, you're getting killed in the comments," you're getting killed in the comments.
Look at the ratio, though.
Yeah, but look at the ratio, right? So it's like 1 to 3. It's one comment for every 3 likes.
A lot of sheep in this fan base.
Well, but again, I mean, think about where we were because we ran his approval poll like a month or so ago, right?
Right.
And that had been at 90% for like 5 years, ever since he had got here. And then I think it was after the Vanderbilt game, like it came down to like, what 60%, 60, 70%, something like that?
I think it was like a 30-point drop, and I still attribute most of that to Tony Vitello, whatever happened.
Well, there are a couple of things, right? Football season went belly up. Vitello, whatever happened there.
Nike, Adidas.
Yeah, okay. Like there could be a lot of factors that play. I don't know, Bob. Is this you ran big companies? Danny White runs a big company. I'm sure there are some would say this is not a good look for the sitting athletics director. He shouldn't be engaging in this kind of nonsense.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, the business purpose of what he's doing, people are going to have their opinions about it. I get it. I'm frustrated by a lot of it too. But he is about, in this day and age, it's about driving revenue, and that's what he's trying to do. All that to say, dude, you can't get into the mix on this.
Plebeians.
Yeah, it's like he's just opening the door. That's all. That's my opinion on it. That's not even being that's not engaging really. That's
and he can't win that.
Yeah,
this deal, Bob.
Exactly.
I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just all downside.
There's
for
a
him.
lot of people who like. I mean, there's the people say you're the athletics director, man. Don't get involved in that. And there are some people who say, hell yeah, man. I'm tired of the button down corporate speak. Like I want an athletics director, a coach, whoever who speaks his mind.
Yeah, but then he's going to still throw corporate speak at you when he's raising prices on stuff. That's my take.
Sounds
Well,
like go ahead.
Talking out both sides of his mouth, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we'll see Dr. Danny down at the Thompson Bowling Assembly Center and Arena.
It's the way of the world now. Whenever you get those letters from whatever it may be, your gym or your school or something else where we're saying, hey, it's been a great year. We're entering the next year. And you can just be like, wait for it. They're going to drop the hammer on why they're going to raise their prices. It happens everywhere. It's not just Tennessee, but it seems like it's becoming too frequent here.
865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on board, 966-3435. Let's get a call from Roberto. Good afternoon, Roberto. You're on the drive.
Hey, thanks for getting me in so quick, guys. Appreciate you. Wow. Danny White acting like a 13-year-old, 14-year-old girl. Like, got mad about it, got offended by something that he had said or wanted to do with his life. And the next thing you know, taking to social media. You can't do that. It's such a bad look. Like, is that where we're at as a culture?
Walker
at
Smith
University
likes
of
it.
Tennessee?
He likes his AD to show a little attitude.
I do. That's just I just do. I'd rather my guy be.
Yep.
I'd rather my guy be sarcastic and funny on Twitter.
But aren't you
than
a
silent.
Swiftie as well? You're a big Swiftie too, right?
No, that's my mom. I don't. Taylor Swift.
Leave Walker's mom out of this.
Don't affiliate me with those crazy people.
The thing is I don't feel like it's being funny, man. I feel like it's being thin-skinned. It's like
That's what I mean. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I don't think it's funny. I think you're acting childish, and you are ostensibly, I mean, he's CEO/CIO, I guess, Bob, you know better than I do, of the University of Tennessee's athletic program, which is a $250 million a year industry, give or take.
On the
Right?
eternal contract as well. Rolls over every year.
Yeah, I don't. Well, yeah, but it's really easy to buy out. I say easy. I'm using that word loosely. It's easy to buy out an eternal contract when, I think it's a 2-year buyout. It's be about $5 million. But I mean, like, he's trending towards him not being here anymore already. He's pissing off all the wrong people for all the wrong reasons. Like, just give up on it. He's wanting to make his stamp. He's wanting to put his stamp at the university. The Danny Deck is a colossal failure, and everyone knows it. And now he's taking the Danny Deck to the Riverside. Like, this is a horrible idea. Just pump $340 million into your athletic programs. Kim, who I love, Kimmy Hundo, that's not working out real well right now. Basketball team's not looking great right now. Baseball team just lost the best coach in school history and arguably the Nick Saban of college baseball. And football is 8-5.
Thank you, Roberto. We got to run. Stay with us. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction.
Can't get enough Tennessee basketball? Join Fan Run Radio as soon as every UT game is over for Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all. The Voluntary Reaction. We'll be taking your calls on the Vols as soon as every game is over. So tune in and buckle up as we drink from the keg of glory all the way to the Final Four.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Hey, this is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, in sports, home field advantage matters, and it's the same in real estate. Our team knows every neighborhood, every play that gets you the win, whether you're buying your first home or selling for top dollar. Let's get you in the end zone. Call me today at 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law. 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Men all around Knoxville are celebrating the difference Men's Pro has made in their life. I'm Evan Bass, founder of the clinic. If you're struggling with ED, we want you to be able to celebrate as well. As men, we hate going to the doctor, but Men's Pro was designed to take care of men like you better. These things can get worse if untreated, but you're not alone. The medical support team at Men's Pro has your back. Today's the day to feel alive again. ED, performance issues, enhancement. We've effectively helped men jumpstart their performance comprehensively and with proven medication dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate team, and under guidance from our medical provider, you could leave with a plan that changes your life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 865-544-8220 or go to menspronknoxville.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway in the Top 4 at 4. Brought to you this afternoon by Smoky Mountain Brewery in Turkey Creek. We're going to be there 1 week from today. Doing it live at the SMB. I want you to come out and see us. A special live broadcast starting at 1 p.m. William and the Playbook will be there immediately after Basilio. And then we'll be doing the thing from 3 to 6. Smoky Mountain Brewery next to Calhoun's in Turkey Creek. Come on out, see us 1 week from today in West Knoxville. Walker.
At number 1, Tennessee football is hosting another set of transfers today after a very busy Monday. Tuesday's visitors include Kansas safety Lyric Rawls, Miami, Ohio edge Adam Trick, and Penn State linebacker Kamari Campbell. The Vols also landed a commitment from LSU offensive lineman Ori Williams this morning.
Is the anxiety level going down a little bit? I mean, people were in their feelings yesterday.
I mean, for me personally, mine never got too bad. The Ty Simpson stuff's intriguing.
He's not even in the portal.
I know, but it's still intriguing. Because he's been linked to us, and just the whole deal with Heupel being over there yesterday.
What would you rather have? Here's I guess Devil's
bargain.
yeah. Would you rather have the 3 Bammers, Simpson and Russaw and Smith,
right,
or the 3 Penn Staters?
Penn State.
Really?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Fix the defense?
You fix the defense, and it would accelerate Jim Knowles being able to install his defense, because you'd have the green dot, the guy that he's communicating with on the field. You'd have a humongous upgrade at safety with King Mack, and we'd have a dominant edge rusher.
But you wouldn't have a quarterback.
You go get somebody else. There's too many of these guys.
Bob?
Fix the defense.
Instead, Ty Simpson, Heisman Trophy winner. Potential first rounder on the defensive line, 2 starters.
What do we think the straw that stirs the Indiana University drink is right now that's on the field, not Signetti?
Quarterback, Fernando Mendoza.
Yep. I think that's where I would want to go.
That stiff-ass defense.
Bama. Walker?
I mean, if you ask me right now, I'd probably go with Ty Simpson. But, like, it's weird. When we talked with Callahan, like, he kind of painted it in the light with the quarterback situation, a little more patient and not as advanced as we kind of thought it was going to be, saying, like, he might just wait on this Aguilar thing as long as it takes, which is a little worrying. So I'd rather have the quarterback figured out and trust Knowles to bring in other defensive guys.
I just assume we'll get adequate quarterback play, whether it's Ty Simpson or somebody else out of the portal. He's got to get that defense right this year, facing the schedule we're facing. Defense could cost him his job this year. That's what I was saying, Knowles. I mean, the 2 kids from Alabama, sure, plus Simpson.
At number 2, Tennessee has its SEC home opener tonight against unranked Texas at Thompson Bowling Arena. Centers Felix Okpara and JP Estrella were both listed on the injury report, but they were listed as probable and plan to play. Tip-off is at 9 p.m. on ESPN2, and the Vols are a 10.5-point favorite.
Get ready to hear about the
T-shirts,
the NASCAR cuts. If you're watching on TV,
NASCAR.
It's going to be another Carl Ravage, Jimmy Dykes call.
What makes you angrier, T-shirt or NASCAR cuts?
Oh, do you really have to ask? It's T-shirts.
No,
because NASCAR cuts doesn't make my ears bleed.
Wow.
Well, it's the volume of it is my point.
That's what I've been saying all along. Russell calls me an old man.
I bet they're going to turn it up tonight.
I call you a fraud because you're getting all upset about something that doesn't affect you because you haven't been to a Tennessee basketball game since Don DeVoe was coaching.
That's not true.
Is it Jerry Green?
Nope. Conzo. Haven't been to a game in the Rick Barnes era.
You're missing out.
Truly.
Nobody ever asked me to go.
I'll be in the house tonight.
I'm sure you will. Rubbing elbows, Riverside Russell. That's what they call him.
I mean, I can't be seen up in the concourse with the rest of you.
Oh, wow.
Proletariat.
Come on.
And I'm just going to assume, Daddy Big Sacks, you've got good seats too.
Who are you talking to?
You, him, I'm sure you. I know you do.
No,
he
I
has
don't.
offered to take me.
I have.
I should have taken him up on it.
It's okay. I will not be in the Riverside seats. I'll be with the people where I belong.
Those
where the
$23
fans
hot
go.
dogs
Real
aren't
man
going
of
to
the-
eat themselves.
I am a
man.
man of the people.
Got to get down there and
Bear, you tell us how many NASCAR cuts references we have today.
That's fine.
That's your assignment.
I mean, even if you guys, I wouldn't go tonight at 9 o'clock. You know how I get after 10?
10 a.m.?
No, 10 p.m.
He makes a good point though. Like I've been talking to a lot of people are getting turned off by the fact that this is a 9 p.m. game and don't want to go.
I mean, how many years have we been doing this? We've had the 9 p.m. tips for at least 5 years now, right?
we just didn't have any last year, which at least at home, which was rare.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like I get them when we're over in the Central Time Zone.
I think it's going to be a fun crowd. Hopefully,
Students aren't back yet, though.
maybe not students, but hopefully, if a lot of the wine and cheese crowd don't want to go at 9 p.m., they give those tickets to some guys that'll stand up and fire arrows and watch the game.
How many people do you think will be there tonight?
I think it'll still be a big
It'll still be a
crowd.
big crowd.
20,000.
Depends on what kind of crowd.
Really? Okay.
At number 3, more quarterbacks have moved schools in the past 24 hours, with some SEC teams seemingly finding their guys. USS Byron Brown will follow Alex Golesh to Auburn. Ole Miss's Austin Simmons has committed to Missouri, and Notre Dame's Kenny Minchey flipped his commitment from Nebraska to Kentucky.
Nebraska fans all upset about that.
Mhm. And former Auburn QB Ashton Daniels has committed to Florida State.
Ashton Daniels.
Wasn't he the 5-star kid on Auburn that kind of got moved in and out?
I
of the
remember
lineup?
him, but
quarterback.
Was he the one that transferred to South Carolina as well, or is he transferring there from Auburn?
He's transferring to Florida State from Auburn. I know he played.
That's
a
their
couple of
quarterback. So that's who Mike Norvell's going to bank his future on. is
Ashton Daniels.
Ashton Daniels.
Okay.
I mean, unless you're just strictly motivated by money, if you're a quarterback, would you want to go to Florida State right now? Got a coach on a absolutely flaming hot seat.
It's a good point. I guess they'll go down together.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Florida State could be just keep going down and down. And
Cheeks.
Cheeks,
as the kids say.
Cheeks.
Really, that's a new thing, huh?
Yeah, cheeks.
I'll work it in later.
Please. And at number 4, Michigan State coach Tom Izzo said former Spartan star Paul Davis deserved his ejection from the stands during Monday night's game against USC. Did you guys all see this?
Yes.
No. Okay, let me keep going then.
Fantastic.
Michigan State led USC by 21 points with just over 6 minutes remaining when Davis engaged words with referee Jeffrey Anderson, who stopped to talk to Izzo. After a brief exchange with Anderson, Izzo looked across the court at Davis, threw his arms up, and yelled, "What are you doing?"
Still your coach, man.
Yep. Later, Izzo said that he said, quote, he said he should never say anything like that ever. That ticked me off. Just because it's 20 years later, I'm going to call him tomorrow and tell him what I thought of it.
And you're being kind. If you read his lips, he didn't say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
he said,
I
"What
edited
the-"
it. I edited it a little bit.
What? And the guy wasn't in the front row either. He was
2 rows back.
Yeah, he was like in the 3rd or 4th row.
He wasn't on the floor.
Is the ref, is that high knees guy? The guy that runs high knees all the way up and down?
Jeffrey Anderson? I don't know.
I don't think this was him, but yeah, the guy. What do you think he said? I saw Izzo said it wasn't racial and it wasn't sexual.
I heard it was a mother comment.
Something about his mom?
Yeah.
That he
that's what I
had
heard.
relations with his mother?
I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something to do with the mother.
That's a great word, man.
Oh,
if
man.
used correctly.
He's not playing in the game. He's a paying spectator. I thought that ref was a little out of line. They threw him. They made him leave. They made him get up and walk.
They ejected him.
Yeah.
And then Izzo's going to call him the next day and chew.
and now you got Izzo calling you.
Your old coach is chewing.
Sorry,
on you.
coach.
I mean, Izzo if he gets a chance to chew out a former player, it's what he lives for.
Watch out. Izzo make him come in and run stairs.
He will. He'll call him and you should stop by the facility. Be running sprints with the guys.
Not a great visit to Michigan for Musselman.
No, he got
smoked. Lost 2 games by a total of 60 points.
The bent over a barrel tour.
Yes.
Picked up how many? Is it just the one technical while he was in the state of Michigan?
Yeah.
He got that one early.
Top 4-4 brought to you by Smoky Mountain Brewery. Again, we'll be broadcasting there live 1 week from today. We are psyched, ready to be back out there. That'll be the Texas A&M game that tips off at 7 p.m., so you can come out, hang out with the Drive, have a little dinner, and then watch the Vols and the Aggies. We get Texas tonight, A&M a week from tonight, and we'll be at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Come by, have some of their ice-cold craft beer that's brewed right there on site, juicy burgers, delicious wings, and those world-famous handmade pizzas. Smoky Mountain Brewery in Turkey Creek, Parkside Drive, right next to Calhoun's. Again, we'll be there from 1 until 6, a special 5-hour fan-run broadcast at the SMB next week. I noticed you forgot Kewan Lacey.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to stay with
he is
Ole Miss.
Stay. I have some Ole Miss stuff coming up later, but that was not it.
Lane Kiffin not exactly just roaring out of the gates.
Yeah, and he's not
getting Trinidad either.
You know what he reminds me of? Did you ever? I know Bob. I'm sure you did. The original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Lane's like that rotten girl. One of those rotten kids.
Veruca Salt.
Yeah, he's Veruca Salt.
It's a solid movie.
Yeah.
All his damn demands and this and that. I'm telling you, I've said it 2 or 3 times. I'm sure you're probably sick of hearing it. If I'm Charlie Weiss, I'm staying at Ole Miss.
Walker, what percentage of our audience this afternoon do you think bears Willy Wonka
Veruca
reference landed with?
I think that's a popular movie. Like the old Willy Wonka is.
Answer the question, please.
Probably like 75%.
Okay.
Thank you, Walker.
I believe. I mean, I watched it growing
Veruca
up.
Salt, man. Everybody knows,
You didn't.
Rotten. I was trying to think of her name. Violet Beauregard, Mike TV, Veruca Salt, little Charlie Buckets, and Augustus Gloop.
So, I think Pete Golding kind of winning the breakup so far between Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, and he's going to keep his coaches for the next round too.
That was the best thing. That's why I was pulling so hard for Ole Miss to beat Georgia. It was going to really screw up Kiffin's plans.
If you are Charlie Weiss Jr., and I said this at the time, but now with Lane threatening to, not allow them to coach for Ole Miss anymore, and there's the story about Ole Miss was going to file a tampering charge against one of the coaches for recruiting, I guess it was Lacey, to LSU while he was there helping them prepare for their playoff game. I just wonder, Charlie Weiss, I said this at the time, I feel like the better career move, I understand LSU is a bigger brand than Ole Miss. We all get that, right? But for Charlie Weiss, and he's still a young coach, if you want to eventually become a head coach, which I assume all these guys do, and run your own program, don't you think that he would be better off staying at Ole Miss, where you might have Trinidad Chambliss back next year, and you're going to have Kewan Lacey back next year, and you have a chance to kind of get out of Lane Kiffin's shadow and show that, hey, I'm not just the guy standing next to the guy. I can actually run this thing myself, and you get the added benefit of getting away from known sociopath Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in a day and age where the logo on the helmet is starting to matter less and less with who's good in college football. Like Ole Miss, you can win at Ole Miss just the same as you can win at LSU, or at least close to it right now.
That's why his argument never really made any sense. And I mean, I'm not rooting for him, but in a sick, twisted kind of way, I think it'd be hysterical if Ole Miss wins it and this guy never wins a playoff game. Walked away from his best shot at getting a natty.
I mean, he doesn't have the Saban School of Coaching rehab to go to anymore. Like, what happens when Lane Kiffin gets fired by LSU? Does he become Pete Golding's running backs coach?
I don't think there's a lot of love lost between those two.
Yeah, I don't know. By the way, I didn't realize this until I was listening to another show earlier. The 4 coaches in the college football playoff this year, all Saban guys.
Yep. Yeah. And you want to know who wasn't a Saban guy? The coach at Alabama.
Yeah, they should have gone. I wonder if they wish that they could go back and hire Kurt Cignetti now. Because he's like an Alabama coach. Indiana's replaced Alabama. They're out Alabama and Alabama.
I didn't realize Cristobal had a background with Saban. That was one surprise.
Yeah, he coached offensive line at Bama for a couple of years.
That's crazy.
Pete Golding was defensive coordinator down there. Of course, Land Danning was he on the Bama staff? I know he went there from Georgia, but obviously he's from that tree.
Yeah.
And then Cignetti, coaching the receivers down there.
Who'd he go? What year was he down there?
He was down there early. We had Tennessee. I remember, I don't know if it was just a receivers coaching search or a coordinators coaching search, but Kurt Cignetti was linked here at least once. This is at least 15 years or so ago and it might have been Fulmer looking at guys, but never made it here. File that in the what could have been category.
He's kind of pulled the Tony Vitello hat, and he's taken over his sport.
On the live chat, on this topic we're discussing, Adam Chauncey says LMAO, and we get Pruitt from that tree.
Cornbread.
Again, I just keep going back to what Russ always says. What went on in that room when Fulmer was interviewing those three guys?
Maybe Pruitt has some sort of voodoo background, and he was able to put some sort of spell. You are getting very, very sleepy.
I mean, the whole eye and eyebrow thing is mesmerizing. If you just stare at the dude, it's like, what is going on?
Just looking in at that egg-shaped head,
God,
thinking, you're my guy.
That's him.
So we're working like heck.
We'll go open lines this hour. If you want to jump in, now's the perfect time to take a shot. 865-966-3435 is your phone number to get on the show. 966-3435. You can call or text to the drive this afternoon. Shout out to the boys over on YouTube. We'll read more of your comments coming up. More Fan Run Radio after the break. Stay with us.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
What if I told you you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less, simply by changing how your mortgage is structured? Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, Baron Walker doing the thing on a Tuesday afternoon, getting ready for Tennessee basketball tonight at the arena. It is a must-win game.
Certainly feels like
Aren't
it.
they all? Yeah.
Feels like it's a take. You got to take care of business, is what it feels like.
You got to protect your house for sure.
Protect the home court.
Yeah. You got to do that. Heupel didn't do that this year. That's what caused the season to go belly up.
Andy on the text box says the "What did you learn?" callback, huge, and he said Bear did all right on that. They're in hour number 1 earlier. If you missed that,
head on a swivel. I wondered the other day if you were going to do it.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I hadn't heard it in a long time.
Magic Mike says, instead of ripping the fans, I wish he'd stand up for the university, talking about the Danny White tweet. We continue to get hosed by officiating in every sport, and he's silent on it.
Oh, that would be so funny if Danny White was just
cut a promo on the refs.
A big tweet about the ref guy.
That's Holden.
That's big. Magic Mike's starting to sound like he's that's Holden guy.
That's a foul.
Let's get a call from Jay. Good afternoon, Jay. You're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio.
Russ, good afternoon, buddy.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Russ, I'll be honest with you, Bo. I like what Danny White did. I like it.
Thank you.
It don't bother me, but here's the thing. A year ago, I think you even mentioned it, Russ, like approval rating and stuff. A year ago, after 4 years, I don't think anybody with half a brain cell couldn't say that Danny White has done a great job and Josh Heupel had done a great job. I mean, you beat Alabama and Florida twice in 4 years. You get to the playoff. I don't care if we got blown out. He took over the most toxic job in America and got you to the playoff in 4 years. And a year later, now everybody sucks. We need to fire everybody. Like, nobody's good. Somebody's coaching for his job. It's just like Vol Twitter and Twitter in general, but Vol Twitter is this space where all people do is just talk about how miserable they are, how unhappy they are, just fire off hot takes left and right like it's their job. And it reminds me of like that little chihuahua that yips and nips at the Rottweiler all the time, and the Rottweiler never does anything. And then like the Rottweiler finally kind of snaps back, and the little chihuahua just starts running off crying and, like with his tail between his leg, like, look at what the Rottweiler just did to me. It's like y'all can dish it out, and you can send 30 or 40 or 50 tweets a day to this man, and he sends really what is a harmless tweet. It's not like it was anything. Of course he doesn't think the entertainment district is going to bring national championships, and everybody gets in their feelings, and I think it's hilarious. And I would say to Ricardo, if he's a 13 or 14-year-old girl with that response, what are the hundreds or thousands of grown adults that stay on that site 24/7 and just fire off the most absolute asinine takes that you've ever seen? What are they? What does that make them? High-functioning adults? I'm trying to figure it out.
So you think Tennessee fans are ungrateful towards Danny White and all he's done to restore Tennessee to past glory?
If you want to if you think that Tennessee fans, the Tennessee fans that I interact with out in real life, and the way that I see Tennessee fans behave on Twitter, it's two totally different like groups of people. It's like it's not even this. I don't know if like they're in hiding or what. As a fan, you can voice your displeasure. That's your right, but you're not going to convince me that those people and the way they behave and the way they overreact and the way they're just mad about everything all the time is like if there's any sense to it whatsoever. Like it's way over the top. And Danny finally says something that's not even that bad, and everybody gets their feelings hurt. And I think that's just, it's ironic, to say the least.
Well, I mean, it's not everybody gets their feelings hurt. As I said, you look at the ratio there. The post had 3 times as many likes as it did responses. And I don't know that all the responses were negative. But you're right. There are a lot of people that seemingly live online to voice their displeasure at everything. And that can get annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like thrilled that we went 8-5, Russ. I'm not thrilled, but I'm also not like ready to just throw everybody out either, or everything sucks and this whole thing is broken. Like, Kiffin went 8-5 and then reeled off 3 or 4 10-win plus seasons.
Do you think the Neyland Entertainment District, as Danny is calling it, do you think that's a wise use of Tennessee resources?
I got feelings both ways about it, Russ, if I'm being honest.
Me too.
Yeah, I got feelings both ways about it. I mean, I get what he's trying to do. In the same respect, I could see why somebody wouldn't like it, but do I think Danny is doing it because he thinks it's going to bring a national championship here?
Well, and is it diverting resources from like paying players? I don't know. I don't think it is.
If it was, Russ, I wouldn't be for that. But as far as I know, as far as resources from the school, right, it's rev share, and we're already committing $20 million. Like, that's the most we could commit. Is that not? Am I not? Or is it 25?
I mean, it's $20 million across all sports. It's like 13 point something million for football, but everybody's doing that. So it's not like you have some sort of advantage or disadvantage. I mean, literally everybody in the SEC and all the power conferences are doing that. So it's the money on top of that you get from donors for NIL that is driving what we're seeing right now in the portal.
Well, what does the Neyland? So but Danny has to be doing it for a reason. So is it revenue from the Neyland Entertainment that we could put towards facilities?
I would imagine so. Yeah, I mean, Bob, help me out here. Like, that's got to be a major revenue source. I know for the Braves, and everybody wants to copy the Battery down in Atlanta. They say that is just a huge cash cow that Liberty Media owns, and it's just straight cash homie for them.
No, I mean, that's absolutely – look, part of what he wants to present, it's not just building something that's, enormous and some say gaudy, et cetera. It's about the balance sheet too, and this is something that will, if it all went right, it's going to, like the Battery, it's going to generate significant revenue, and presumably, that's my point, is if that revenue goes towards building, further building of the athletic programs and all that stuff, then that's great. But are they going to build something else after that? That's my point. It's like we're kind of, I think there's fatigue with that. I think that's part of the
fatigue.
problem.
Yeah, well, and there's a lot of people who like that G10 parking garage, and it's convenient for games, and it's a popular tailgate spot. And there's a parking crisis on campus. A lot of us who don't go down there a lot don't realize that. Mm-hmm. But there's nowhere to park down there, and now you're going to take away maybe the biggest parking garage on campus for at least a year, probably longer. Yeah. And I think a lot of people are like, wait a minute, like, what is that going to do? Long term, like, 5 years from now when that project is done, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll look great and it'll be a lot of fun and everything. But for people that are having to like take the trolley from campus or to campus and all that stuff, and, there's a lot going on right now, I think, with Danny White, and there's just a lot going on in college athletics, man.
Sure.
I think there's a lot of people around the country having the same conversations that we are. Jay, appreciate the phone call. Let's get Phil in here next. Phil, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
What do you say, David?
What's up, Philly?
How you and the boys doing?
Doing well, thank you.
I guess that last caller enjoyed losing to Vanderbilt here in Neyland Stadium, didn't he?
I think. Well, hold on. I think I heard him specifically say that he did not enjoy that. That frustrated him.
Well, the way things are going, we're going to continue to do it. We're a total disaster in the portal. I don't see anything. We got it. It ain't going to help us a lick yet. A backup offensive lineman from LSU and a safety from Kansas State. I mean, what kind of portal law is that?
Well, we don't know that. I just realized I messed up on Lyric Rawls. He plays for Kansas. Quay Moss played for Kansas State, so they were not teammates. Right. I think I said that in segment 1. But I don't know, Phil. I think those guys are nice players. Look, I mean, like, you're not going to get, for the most part, like proven Power 4 conference starters out of the portal. Guys who are going in are generally backups who are underpaid or are looking to pay. Like, if you're an established starter, I would say that, 75-80% of the time, those guys are staying put.
Well, I mean, Heupel was at Martin, Tennessee, and he didn't talk to Ty Simpson, or did he?
Well, we don't know. Sure? No, we don't know. I would imagine that if that is a possibility, they are working it hard.
You think maybe he talked to his daddy while he's down there?
I would imagine. I mean, that's what I think. Some people, I see where he's in North Carolina today. He's visiting with a 5-star, so I guess maybe it is plausible that he is legitimately recruiting these high school prospects. It just seemed like too big of a coincidence to be down there in Martin visiting with a 3-star when all this stuff is going on and Ty Simpson's family is right there in the backyard.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get those Penn State guys in here and stabilize that defense for next year.
Well, I mean, there's 10 more days left in this thing, Phil. And if at the end of it, Tennessee only has 7 or 8 guys and there's not a lot of star power there, I'll be the first to be critical and say, hey, you didn't get done what you needed to get done in the portal. And that's either on Josh Heupel or Danny White, the donor class, for not funding it properly. But
it seems like since Danny White, Vitello left, our program's been going downhill. You notice that?
You think Tony Vitello leaving has had an impact on Tennessee football?
It's had an impact on all our sports. We're not worth a crap at anything right now.
I don't know that correlation equals causation in this effect, Phil. But no, I mean, I don't. Maybe he's right. Maybe if Tony Vitello's still here, we beat Vanderbilt and we're getting ready for a college football playoff semifinal right now.
So you're going to be at the game tonight. I'm going to be over there too. It'll be the first game I'll attend this year. I hope I'm not disappointed.
Let's go, Phil.
Everyone's showing up tonight.
That's right. All the big names coming out.
Except for Bear.
Yeah, it's the hook and horns. See.
Hook 'em horns. Did he say hook 'em horns or hook them horns?
Hook 'em horns.
Is Philly going to the game in burnt orange tonight?
No.
I don't know. Sometimes I question that guy's loyalty. Who he's really pulling for, you know?
You never know.
We had somebody on the text box from the 423, I think it was Charlie, saying, I'm with Bear on not going to a 9 p.m. game, but I'd pay a lot of money to see Bear asleep in his seat on national television.
I probably wouldn't be asleep. I'd just be being incredibly...
Carl Ravitch. Oh, that guy's really enjoying the game.
Yeah.
He's fired up to be here, as you could tell.
He's fired up to watch NASCAR cuts.
If I can, for a second, go back to Jay's comments, I thought he had some really good points, but I don't know. And again, I wanted to make clear what my point was, too. I'm not offended by what Danny did. I just think it's like, man, I don't know. I just don't see that.
Better to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah,
don't say
man,
anything.
just go about your business, man. Just do what you're doing. If you believe enough in what you're doing, you don't need to rationalize it with anything, with smugness or anything, man. Just go do it. I don't necessarily – people aren't going to like it. That's the way it happens. Some people will. Some people won't. that's just how things go.
Danny, text a buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
We have breaking news this afternoon on The Drive.
Oh, boy. What do we got?
Another Penn State defender enters the transfer portal. DeJuan Lane, a 6'2", 200-pound safety, officially in the portal.
That's about half that defense. Had a D tackle left earlier
Hey,
today.
man, I can't wait to cheer on the Tennessee Nittany Vols next year in Neyland Stadium. I'm for it.
He fits the bill.
So you could have Xavier Gilliam on the defensive line, Amari Campbell at linebacker, and DeJuan Lane at safety.
You giving up on Coleman?
You giving up on King?
I'm not giving. I think they want Coleman a lot more King. I'm not sure how much they want King Mack.
It's a shame. Coleman is a
Coleman. Everybody wants him, and I would be disappointed if he ends up at LSU, but I've felt since the minute he went in that he was destined to go to Ohio State. I mean, that feels like the narrative there is that he's an Ohio guy that always wanted to go there, and he went to Penn State for the money, and now Ohio State's willing to shell out, and he's probably going to end up there.
probably.
I mean, if you're asking me, Walker, like that's probably the one guy I want most in the portal would be Chaz Coleman. Like you get is he the number one overall player regardless of position?
He's the fifth. First defensive player, highest rated defensive player on 247. I mean, the top three on 247 were quarterbacks that were already committed. Then it was the wide receiver out of Auburn. I'm blanking on his name. And then it was Coleman.
Where did he end up again?
He hasn't committed yet.
Oh.
Auburn, it's Cam Coleman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cam Coleman. Oh, both Colemans, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good year to be a Coleman. 865-966-3435 is your number to get on the show. 966-3435 if you want to join. It is Fan Run Radio. We'll take a quick time out. When we continue, I'll tell you about that recruit that Josh Heupel was visiting with in North Carolina earlier today, and we'll take a look at Tennessee's game tonight against Texas. Coming up, hour number 3, Thomas Jones covers Texas basketball for the Austin American-Statesman, and he'll help us preview the Longhorns since it feels like half of Knoxville is going to be in Thompson Bowling. I'm excited, man. It should be a good atmosphere. Yeah, drink a cup of coffee before you get in there.
Yeah, it's a little late, but it's going to be. I think it's going to be a good game.
Quick break. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
This is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. Here in East Tennessee, home means everything. It's where we gather, celebrate, and build our future. That's why our team treats every client like family. Because your home isn't just a transaction, it's part of your story.
From first-time buyers to luxury listings, the Kregner Group delivers results that light up the scoreboard. With expert marketing, powerful local connections, and a heart for service, Bo and his team make your real estate goals a reality.
If you're thinking about buying or selling, let's talk. 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. We'd be honored to help you win at real estate. The Kregner Group at Realty Executives. Walking by faith, serving others.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the Volunteer State. Smoked daily by Pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134. For directions and to look at the rest of the menu, visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Citizens National Bank, Looking for the ideal gift this holiday season? Visa gift cards from Citizens National Bank make the perfect gift. It's the right size, the right color every time. Ask about personalized bulk orders for your family and friends or customers and employees. For more information, call or stop by today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Hank on Twitter wants to know what time will Jordan be on the show today. He's been really looking forward to that segment. Bob, any progress on that?
No. Haven't advanced that one at all.
Well, that's disappointing. I mean, what exactly would you say it is you do here?
We would probably need to have a content discussion and say
Content discussion.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be
Foreign
incredible.
concept, I know, but we
incredible content.
No, because we're I want to have a game plan. That's all.
Chad says, so Bear is going to, quote, work it in the cheeks later.
I don't think
that's a
what
weird
I
thing to say.
I said I will work the word in later.
Oh my God!
Like his spelling and grammar is cheeks. Did I use it correctly?
Actually, I think you did.
That is that's the correct way to use that. Yeah.
Don't mess with the maestro.
The maestro.
Trey is next. Good afternoon, Trey.
What up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Wow, it's Truth Teller Trey. Doing well. How are you, sir?
Good, guys. Good.
Are you going to be in those fancy bougie seats you got out down there on the baseline tonight?
You know, funny enough, guys, that ties into my call. I could have had some courtside seats tonight to the Texas game, but I chose to go bluefin tuna fishing yesterday because I frankly couldn't care less about watching UT sports right now. So
you went bluefin tuna fishing?
Yeah, I'll send you some pics, Rob.
Where at?
Like Outer Banks, North Carolina.
Nice.
So I bagged a nice 330-pounder. It was awesome. Ooh.
How long did it take you to reel that bad boy in?
Well, if you guys want to deviate for a second,
yeah.
First one we caught, I fought for about, I would say, an hour and a half.
Oh, my God.
And we got it to the boat.
That's awesome.
And the deckhand, he was like 55, looks like he was 75. I mean, he was your caricature of a fish, Boston accent.
Peg leg, eye patch, whole 9 yards.
Dude, swear to God, like that is exactly what he looked like. And I'm pretty sure he's blind. Well, anyway, he gets all excited. The fish is like 8 foot under the boat. And I'm about, I'm on the verge of death. It's either me or the fish dying. And I cannot describe to you how out of shape you feel when you fight one of those things, at least if you're me. And anyway, so after basically giving my life to get that fish in, he jumps the gun and tries to spear it too early. And it just, it sees that spear, breaks off the line right away.
What?
So then we get, yep. So it shoots off into the abyss.
Oh.
And then we go, we keep fishing. Next one hits. The reel lights up, and then it breaks off the line in about 10 seconds. third, we get another bite, and I reel it in, fight it for about 30 minutes, and it was a hammerhead. And so we have to let that go. And then with 15 minutes left, I'm talking to the captain about how it's not going to work out. We get a bite that one for an hour, and actually manage to land it.
330 pounds.
So what do you do with the shark?
Yep.
How do you cut that? Do you get the hook out of its mouth?
Yeah, you just let it go.
Just cut the line?
A boat and you fish the hook. Yeah, you cut the line, the hook will corrode in like a couple weeks. So you definitely, you don't reach into the mouth. The guy was actually yelling at me. He was yelling at me to grab the head in his Boston accent, when the shark was by the boat. I'm like, I'm not grabbing its head. And he meant like the lure, because you pull up the lure and then cut the line and the hook. I guess they call it a head.
Bob, you ever gone deep sea fishing?
No, man, I don't think I could. My stomach could handle.
Oh,
it.
I hated it. Yeah.
I love it.
I'm so sick.
That was the first time I went fishing. I caught a shark in deep sea fishing.
It's fun, man. I will tell you though, I went out of going in the Atlantic. For those, there's a lot of people that done it in Florida. The Atlantic is a different beast. What they called a calm day yesterday. Whew,
yeah,
we would not call it calm.
Sock in the dryer.
Yeah, Trey. My bunch of my in-laws and my son went and did this a couple years ago, and he was a wreck, man. He was on the Atlantic side. And
I was the most miserable I've ever been. I went.
everywhere.
I was actually in Alaska in like the snow crab seas and everything, and it was cold and everything. And I was like 18, 20 or something. And I've been, on boats all my life. I don't get seasick. That's we weren't outside the bay before I'm like, oh God, this is awful. And it was the longest, worst day of my life.
Do you know how you Dramamine?
Yeah.
I think I needed it, man. I'd never been seasick. Thought I was
I've
tough.
never been seasick either, Russ, but I brought some promethazine with me. By the way, little pro tip there. If you can get your doctor to prescribe you promethazine, it's way better than Dramamine.
What's that?
Finnegan.
It's what the rappers drink. They mix some codeine with it.
That purple drink?
That's part of the purple drink. It's one of the key components.
Keeps you from getting.
But it,
I'm sure my doctor will prescribe some. Yeah.
It works though. Like if you're actually seasick, it'll knock it out in about 30 minutes.
Scissor, I believe, is what the 3-6 boys referred to it back in the day.
Yeah. It's missing the codeine, so it's missing the spicy part, but it'll work. But anyway, boys, I just wanted to call in. You guys know I'm a passionate Tennessee fan, and I love the university. I went there. I'm born and raised here, bleed orange, and I've just come to sobering realization, man. And this is through my personal interactions. But guys, I think that our voices matter less than they ever have before. Like the true Tennessee fans. And I'm going to tell you why. This is why Danny White focuses on building an experience over there and is putting all this money in infrastructure and making Neyland Stadium cool and fashionable and trendy. Same with the arena, and not really caring as much about the product on the field. And you guys can counter argue after I hang up, but just let me get this out. But the guy I get the courtside seats from, right? He's an Ohio transplant. He owns a major company up in Ohio that I work with. And, he's got courtside seats. He's got club seats in Neyland. He's a Michigan fan. He could not care less about the success of Tennessee sports. For him, it's a social event to go hang out in Harper's Auto Square, rub elbows with the other people there. He's going to cut his however many tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars check every year for his seats and his donation. Now, I want to bring you down another level. CFO for that company, guy from Connecticut, couldn't care less about UT sports. His daughter went to a different SEC school. He goes as a social event. And he's got season tickets to football. He'll go to the basketball games. But overall, it's just something he uses to talk about with people around here as like a networking thing. There's been so many people that have moved into this area in the past 5 years that have money, that will keep buying season tickets, that will keep showing up because it's the trendy, fun thing to do in Knoxville. Go be a part of, a Saturday game day. So they don't care as much about what the true passionate fans that were here, they needed us 10 years ago. Guys, they don't need us anymore. our voices are irrelevant unless you got a really big bank account. They don't give a damn what you think, and I think they're okay putting a mediocre product on the field as long as that the donations keep rolling in. They don't care. So you know what? I'm doing the same thing. I don't care either. If I'm bored and I've got nothing else to do, I'll turn on a Tennessee basketball game. Next season, I'll see how football goes. If I don't see any improvement, I'm checking out after the third game. I'm done. Until we get people over there that don't, like Danny White, he doesn't care about the University of Tennessee. This is a business. This is a resume builder for him for his next step. That's all it is. Until we get people that actually care and give a damn, because you're going to have to find people that are exceptionally creative and exceptionally passionate to win in this day and age where the dollar comes first. And with the transfer portal, with recruiting kids, that's what it's come down to. Kids aren't coming to UT because they love UT, but you're going to have to find passionate people that can find creative ways, because we're not going to have the most money ever. Ohio State is, Texas is, Texas A&M is. We're never going to financially compete with those schools. That's just reality. So you're going to have to find people that are creative to actually take us to where we need to be in all of our programs. And guys, I don't think we have it right now. I think we've got people that are good at generating hype and good at maintaining mediocrity. And until that changes, I'm going to find other things to do in life. So that's Trey's sobering assessment.
Black pill Trey.
I think it's a really good point. And my wife and I have been talking about this because we've been seeing this too, Trey. It falls right in line with what you're saying. There's more and more kids from the Northeast who back in the day would go to, smaller schools up north, everything else. They're all coming down here, not to Knoxville alone. It's SEC schools because they want that SEC experience. And what comes with those a lot of times are parents who come down and set up shop down here as well, kind of the helicopter parents. I mean, it goes on. And so, yeah, it's a markedly different vibe than it was like 5-6 years ago. A lot of this ties into post-COVID too, in my opinion.
You don't think they always had people like that were, high money donors that didn't necessarily expect a big win? I mean, I've been hearing it's a social event for the big money people since I was a kid.
It's very different now than what it was. Yeah, I don't doubt that it was a thing, but it's more and more people. Again, so many people. Why do you think housing costs have gone up here? Everything else, all the demand for everything has been escalated here. And so what happens is all these businesses, all they care about is what they're going to do to turn a buck.
The football environment has that is definitely noticeable. It is a different environment than it was 20 years ago, where you had the skyboxes, but the rest was just seating. And the down low seats cost more than the up high seats,
sure,
but you didn't have padded seats with the air conditioning club area underneath, and you basically got segregated sporting events right now between the haves and the have-nots.
I just got my email literally a half hour ago about the SEC tournament saying if you want to buy tickets, like an all-session booklet, your donor rank will preclude you from being qualified for lower level. You'll be able to get them in the upper level.
You're not.
Yeah.
You got to up that donation, Bobo.
No, it ain't happening. But that's my point. It's like it has become so transactional, everything. So to Trey's point, man, it's like, man, if you don't like it, then watch it from home. That's it. I mean, I don't know what else to say because I'm kind of getting to that point myself. I got to be honest.
Wow. 865-966-3435. If you've got thoughts on anything, Trey. I did like the fish stories with Trey.
No, that was a lot.
Yeah.
That's got to hurt to swim around for 2 weeks with a big hook in your mouth, wouldn't you think?
But I love how Bear's takeaway from all that is the poor shark.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
like,
thing is fine.
does a 1,000-pound shark give a damn about hooking its mouth?
It's just jewelry for a week. He'll be fine.
It's just his grill.
Yeah.
330 pounds. Is that what he said?
That's what he said.
Holy hell.
I'll wipe you out.
How many people does it take to even lift that thing into the? Do you think
it takes a crane, like a little crane on the
hoist,
side of a boat or something like that?
You ever seen those things?
Like hand crank it
Yeah.
in there?
Some are electric.
Yeah, there's some like
block.
really nice boats that have those, but old-timey fishy boats, you just strap that thing up by the tail and hook it up and reel it in.
Can you imagine bringing that thing in if it's still alive, it's gnashing its teeth everywhere.
Some of the time, you look down there, Trey is in those. I hope I'm not giving too much of his business out, but he's in the baseline, like right there next to the bench.
Really?
Yeah. He's got good, like he sent me videos like he can hear pretty much everything that's happening on that bench.
Not the little compartment where like we've seen Big Jim Haslam and others.
No, like on the baseline.
On the base.
Yeah.
Oh, on the baseline. Okay. Got it.
Kind of catty corner to the
kind of close to
Sterl. You're obsessed with Sterl.
Always goes back to Sterl.
Stay with us. The drive continues. Let's go!
The Drive. The voluntary reaction.
Can't get enough Tennessee basketball? Join Fan Run Radio as soon as every UT game is over for Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all. The voluntary reaction. We'll be taking your calls on the Vols as soon as every game is over. So tune in and buckle up as we drink from the keg of glory all the way to the Final Four.
The voluntary reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, HitTrax batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Men all around Knoxville are celebrating the difference Men's Pro has made in their life. I'm Evan Bass, founder of the clinic. If you're struggling with ED, we want you to be able to celebrate as well. As men, we hate going to the doctor, but Men's Pro was designed to take care of men like you better. These things can get worse if untreated, but you're not alone. The medical support team at Men's Pro has your back. Today's the day to feel alive again. ED, performance issues, enhancement. We've effectively helped men jumpstart their performance comprehensively and with proven medication dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate team, and under guidance from our medical provider, you could leave with a plan that changes your life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 865-544-8220 or go to menspronknoxville.com.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Tuesday. 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Thanks for tuning in to The Drive. My name's Russell Smith. We've got your top 5 at 5, the latest from the transfer portal and beyond. Walker Smith, what do you got?
At number 1, Tennessee has its SEC opener tonight against unranked Texas at Thompson-Boling Arena. Centers Felix Okpara and J.P. Estrella were both listed on the injury report, but they were listed as probable and are expected to play. Tip-off is at 9 p.m. on ESPN2, and the Vols are a 10.5-point favorite.
Got Thomas Jones from the Austin American-Statesman coming up here in a few minutes. We can ask him, but the two big guys being a little banged up. Texas does have a 7-foot, 255-pound transfer from, I think, FAU or somewhere like that. These big foreign guys inside, so that is something that we will need to contend with. And if Okpara and Estrella, or I think Estrella's sick, he might have this flu bug that's going around, but that would not be great.
Matas Vokiatitis.
Nailed it.
I think that's it. Big boy.
It's a Eastern North Carolina name.
Yeah, exactly. But he only plays a little over 20 minutes a game, so it might be that kind of a De Mara thing we saw with UCLA last year. He might be,
Well, their best player came with Miller from Xavier, Swain, I believe.
Dalen Swain, yeah, 6'8".
So that might be a matchup for Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I would also expect Jacoby to have a big night. I watched Texas play Arizona State in Maui earlier this year, and our point guard went off for 30 or so against them. They give guards good looks, so Jacoby might be a good player to bet on tonight if you can, or just expect him to do well. At number 2, LSU offensive tackle transfer Ori Williams committed to Tennessee. Williams' commitment to the Vols comes just a couple of days after he took an official visit and chose the Vols over a number of suitors, including Auburn, Virginia Tech, Kentucky, and UCLA.
Nice use of the word suitors.
Thank you.
There, Walker.
Thank you.
Ori Williams was 6'8", 335 pounds.
It's a big dude.
You need big guys. It's a big guy league.
Yeah, so on the offensive line right now, we have had 3 guys leave and 1 guy in so far.
Somebody texted me, I haven't gone back to double check these numbers, but they said we've had 22 guys leave in the portal and only 2 so far come in.
22, I mean, there's probably a lot of guys that we don't even know about that went in, but notable guys, we're still in the minus right now. It's a pretty good deficit.
Speaking of that, a buddy of mine who's a Kentucky fan, one of my friends from home, contacted me today and said, "Who's Max Anderson?" Because Kentucky just got him, and I was like,
Just a reserve lineman.
Yeah, I was like,
he was a 4-star out of Texas. Yeah. I mean, we were excited when we signed him, but I mean, just another in a long line of guys that Glenn Ellerby has recruited here that did not get any playing time. It's really, and I'm not you guys know me, I'm not an Ellerby super fan, but I'm not one of these guys who's like, what is he doing here? What is he, because all he does is coach competent offensive lines. All he does is coach offensive lines that rush for a ton of yards and don't give up many sacks.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the product is good, but the inability to recruit and develop guys is really bewildering at this point.
I don't even know if it's the recruiting and developing guys. I feel like he's developing them. It's just they don't want to wait their turn.
I mean, he's had 2 guys. He's been here 5 years and 2 guys.
Really?
That he's David Sanders and Jesse Perry are the only 2. I guess Shamu Maraf.
Yeah.
So, if you want to include Sham, I mean, there's 3 guys that he's recruited and have actually ended up starting here.
It's 2.
Out of high school.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you give him credit for developing the guys that he's brought in from the portal, Lance Hurd and Pendleton, guys like that. But
it's a good point.
It is strange that we can't cycle these high school guys through.
Yeah. At number 3, LSU's administration is allowing offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr. and running backs coach Kevin Smith to continue coaching Ole Miss in its college football playoff semifinal against Miami. Sources told that Weiss and Smith, who are following former Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin to LSU, flew to Baton Rouge on Monday for recruiting visits and then returned to Oxford later that night.
You hear about these coaches burning the candle at both ends and just coaching in times like this. Imagine doing 2 jobs.
Mm-hmm. That just further kind of makes it wild that Lacey is deciding to stay when his OC and his running backs coach are going to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, but Frank Wilson, who's a prolific recruiter, is the new running backs coach at Ole Miss. He goes there from LSU.
Oh, I didn't know they were swapping.
I'm sure he probably Kwan Stacy.
What?
Lacey. Kwan Lacey.
Kewan Lacey.
Kewan Lacey
is the running back that we're talking about. Yeah.
You were thinking Sirhan Stacy.
Yeah, I all convoluted my head.
Sirhan.
Yeah.
At number 4, there's some good matchups leading into the Tennessee game tonight in college basketball. At 7 p.m., number 6 Duke goes on the road to play number 20 Louisville, and number 18 Georgia plays at unranked Florida. Later on, number 7 Houston and number 14 Texas Tech play at 9 p.m. as well.
A lot of good games on tonight.
Texas Tech, good in basketball too.
Got money.
Louisville still doesn't have Mikel Brown.
What's the injury he's dealing with?
Lower
right now?
back.
Still?
It's tough.
Hope nothing too
He's a
bad.
freshman?
Yeah.
Lumbar
True
situation.
At 18?
Oh, it's bad.
Telling you, he's got to get one of those Thermacare waist wraps. Those things are great.
Let's get a little heat on there.
You ever use one of those? You have a sore back? Have you feeling like jelly all day long.
What's jelly feel like?
Soft and loose, brother.
Wow.
Making it weird?
Move along, Walker.
All right. At number 5, the Utah Police Department's use of artificial intelligence led to a police report stating falsely that an officer had been turned into a frog. The Heber Police Department started using a pair of AI programs to automatically generate police reports from body cam footage in December. The body cam software and the AI report writing software picked up the movie that was playing in the background during an arrest, which happened to be The Princess and the Frog. This led to the program believing that the officer was actually turned into a frog.
What is the procedure? We got a 509 in progress. A 509. Oh, damn it. Not again.
Yes. Bill turned into a frog again. Dang it.
So AI stuff is out of Bear, what role does AI play in your life these days?
None.
You don't use Google AI or really? I asked the Google AI thing. I use that all day. I just ask it questions all the time.
It's a fantastic research tool. And if you ever need to add up stats, it's pretty good with that too.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Use that a lot. All right, good stuff, Walker. Appreciate it. That is the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you this afternoon once again by our friends over at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Live 1 week from today. Mark it down, Tuesday, January 13th. We will be broadcasting live at the Smoky Mountain Brewery in Turkey Creek again. This is a fantastic place. It's the place to be for game day, and it'll be Tennessee and Texas A&M a week from tonight at Smoky Mountain Brewery in Turkey Creek. A great place to watch the game. We'll be broadcasting live there from 1 until 6 p.m. That's right, a special 5-hour fan-run broadcast at the Smoky Mountain Brewery in Turkey Creek. Come on out, have a cold Mountain Light or Cherokee Red with us, juicy burger, great wings, and those delicious handmade pizzas at Smoky Mountain Brewery 1 week from today, 1 till 6 p.m. right here on Fan Run Radio. Bob, you were saying somebody in the YouTube chat said that Dan Orlovsky on ESPN just said moments ago on ESPN that he doesn't think that Ty Simpson is going to enter the draft this year.
Yeah, apparently. Compliments of one of our listeners. Searching for it here now. Yeah, he was saying on it at the daily show they do on ESPN NFL Live, Taylor Wade 7669 reported that Orlovsky said on NFL Live that he believes Ty Simpson is not declaring for the draft.
Other related news, Matt Zenitz was reporting that West Virginia has landed a commitment from Jacksonville State All-American running back Cam Cook.
Yep, we were just talking about that. It sounds like, so there we go. We don't question Mr. Callahan. He
knew what it yeah, well, it sounded like you did. I didn't. I was trusting the guy.
Yeah, I didn't say I didn't trust him. I was like, I just felt like there was a lot of noise about him coming.
Sometimes you got to cut through that noise.
Sounds like it.
All the chatter.
Sounds like it
out there. No, if Ty Simpson stays in, I mean that would be a major development because there have been several, most notably Chris Lowe, on the podcast that y'all do said he believes that if Ty Simpson is playing college football next year, it will be at Tennessee. And that had been the hurdle. Is people will say that, and Chris is not the only person who said that.
Yeah.
A lot of local prognosticators have said that as well, but with the caveat that they think he's going pro. I mean, that feels like that has been the popular opinion here the past 24, 48 hours. Is like, yeah, if he plays in college, Tennessee has a great chance to get him, but he's probably not going to play in college. So, Orlovsky is on ESPN. He has great sources. I mean, he's probably got Mel Kiper sitting there next to him.
Yeah. But there was a lot of back and forth on this topic earlier in the show. Pretty polarizing topic. Some saying Ty will be at Tennessee if he does not go to the NFL, just like what we were saying via CeeLo. Some saying, yep, this is the next groomers situation. Somebody says Ty.
Wait a minute. Groomers?
Yeah. I love Tennessee. I got a lot of orange blood in my body.
Oh, we need to go to, yes, we do. Take us to breaking news desk. Pretty big.
Better be good.
According to Adam Schefter, John Harbaugh is out as the Ravens head coach.
Wow. That's big.
Is he the longest
second longest tenured coach behind Tomlin. Yeah, I think it's 16 years.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, that game Sunday night kind of felt like a loser leaves town situation.
That's good. Good choice of words. Would like him at the Titans?
Oh, you would take him at the Titans in a heartbeat, I feel like.
Recharge his battery. Well, fresh perspective.
2-time Super Bowl winner.
Yeah.
A lot of Harbaugh magic in here.
There's a lot of bad blood between the Titans and the Ravens over the years.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, he'd be somebody I'd talk to. I'm not like, slam dunk. There's not. I don't have a slam dunk first choice guy. I mean, there's a lot of these guys that they've been named and linked with the Titans are guys I don't necessarily want. But I mean, Harbaugh. I put him in that list with McCarthy and
Stefanski.
Yeah, guys like I could get behind that pretty easily.
May have put him in front of those two simply because he does have 2 rings.
Does he want to keep doing it?
I don't know. He doesn't seem to be wired the same way as his crazy
He is a Harbaugh.
brother.
Well,
Maybe he goes to college.
Ooh. Would Michigan have hired John Harbaugh if they had known he was coming available?
I don't think they could go anywhere near any Harbaugh. I think they had to break ties.
I don't know. I think you're willing to overlook a lot. The guy has a national championship winning brother, but
well, I mean they have been overlooking a lot apparently.
I think most fan bases would, right? We would. We would.
I would.
Yeah,
we would.
Yes, we would.
Yes, we're fans.
Yeah, but Tennessee always goes like the exact opposite every time they hire a coach.
What do you mean?
Well, like after Bruce, we went with Conzo.
Oh, like we. Well, I mean that's. I guess
and then we went from Conzo to Crazy Donnie Tyndall, and then we've gone back to Law and Order Rick Barnes.
Does that mean we're having a damn wild man coming in here when Barnes hangs it up?
Hopefully.
I mean,
Bruce Pearl was a crazy girlfriend of head
Bruce
coaches,
is available. And Donnie Tyndall's show cause is up. All I'm saying. All I'm saying.
I thought Donnie Tyndall was a X's and O's wise good basketball coach.
He was.
Yeah,
Very
he
good.
could draw up. If you needed
Yeah.
a shot at the end of the game, he
Yeah.
would get who he wanted open. And whether or not Bobby Hubbs would make that shot, it's another story.
I just remember when they played Auburn here in Knoxville, man, he ran circles around Pearl, I thought, in that game.
He had that matchup zone going on, and he had that 400-pounder on the bench trying to hold him back.
Yeah, big gulp.
Donnie freaking
Had that,
Tyndall, dude.
25-year-old kid who's now with Will Wade at NC State taking entrance exams for prospects. I mean, it was good times.
Is that dude really with Will Wade now?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. His
Some
show
Tigers,
cause
Tiger never
is
changes
over, too.
stripes.
Coming up, Thomas Jones covers Texas for the Austin American-Statesman. He will join us here on The Drive to preview tonight's game. We feeling good? I feel good. 10.5-point line, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel this would be on brand for, Tennessee is kind of, I always feel like the bounce back is a pretty safe bet. They typically, well, for example, when they had the 3-game losing streak against Louisville, I felt that was the safest bet at all as anything coming into that game when Louisville came to Knoxville. Not Louisville,
Louisville.
So, yeah, I don't think we'll talk about it with Thomas. I don't think Texas is this isn't a vintage good Texas team. They've got some players, and like I said yesterday, you can't overlook them, but Tennessee should beat them.
Kevin Durant is not walking through that DOA.
Yeah, I mean, playing here at home, I mean, if it's in Austin, I might feel a little differently, but
TJ Ford is not walking through that DOA.
And I think I think you said it yesterday. I just hope the fans are there to kind of pump Nate Ament up a little too. This could be a game for Nate. You never know.
LaMarcus Aldridge is not walking through that DOA.
Did you mention DJ Augustine? That's another one.
Boobie Gibson.
God, Boobie Gibson.
How about guys before pre-Rick Barnes? I mean, surely there's a good Texas basketball player from back in the day.
No, I couldn't name you one.
LaSalle Thompson.
See, this is where Google AI comes in handy, Bear. Chris Bosh.
No, he played at
Bosh
Georgia
played
Tech.
About PJ
This is where Google AI can get you. He's from Texas, played at Georgia Tech. PJ Tucker.
Yep.
Miles Turner. Jarrett Allen.
Jackson Hayes. They've had players.
Quick timeout. Royal Ivy. That was a good one from the Barnes era back in the day.
He coached that Sudanese team in the Olympics.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
More Fan Run Radio coming up after the break.
The Drive. The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law. 888-707-4282. Online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Back here on The Drive, Fan Run Radio, coming to you on a Tuesday afternoon here in East Tennessee. Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, Baron Walker through the glass this afternoon, and Thomas Jones covers Texas athletics for the Austin American-Statesman. He joins us now. Good afternoon, Thomas. How are you, sir?
I'm good, gentlemen. How's it going?
Oh, man, I don't know how it plays in the Central Time Zone, but here in the Eastern Time Zone, we really love these 9 p.m. tip-offs at night. I'm being a little bit sarcastic, of course, but we got one tonight between Tennessee and Texas, and I know that's a late night for back in the day, the beat writers used to love those too, because you get that deadline. It's tough to get in under the radar.
The good old days of a deadline. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm guessing the Longhorns are hoping the Vols are a little bit sleepy tonight because they need something good to happen. Texas does. I'm telling you.
Yeah, a tough loss at home for Texas against Mississippi State in overtime, and it's been this is year one under Sean Miller. You get a new coach in there. There's always going to be some growing pains. We saw that here with Rick Barnes for really 2 seasons before he got it rolling here in Knoxville. What kind of start is the Sean Miller era off to in Texas so far?
I think the Rick comparison is probably pretty accurate, just because when Rick arrived at Tennessee, he's a proven coach. He's got a ton of wins under his belt. He knows what he's doing. Sean Miller's similar situation. This isn't really a first-year head coach or a coach without a lot of experience. I mean, Sean Miller's got a track record. So I think people probably need to be a little more patient, because, look, some of them are in full panic mode right now. But Sean's got a history of winning. I think he knows what he's doing. Seems like he has a plan. Fans probably want it to happen a little sooner than later, but I think they need to kind of ride the course here a little bit.
Hey, Thomas, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate the time. Let's talk about some of these players because, so you bring in a new coach, obviously, and he brought in some players. He had one of his Xavier players follow him, and Dalen Swain. But then you got some of these others, Cam Heide from Purdue, Modest. Now, let's help me see how.
No, come on, let's do it. I got faith in you.
I'm gonna give it a shot. You tell me how I did. Modest Vokietaitis.
Vokatitis, that's good, man. That's
pretty close. Okay,
close.
That's good Lithuanian right there.
Yeah. Well, so tell me about Swain looks like a load. I saw he had a big game in that loss to Mississippi State, and I remember him at Xavier. I don't remember Modest at all, but he's big, right? He's 7 foot. What I was struck by is it doesn't look like he logs a ton of minutes though, and I'm just wondering what's behind that. Is that like just conditioning for someone that size? Is it fouls? What's the deal there?
Well, it's more fouls because he's in good shape for a big fella. He really moves up and down the court for, 7 foot, I think 250, 255. But, he has a tendency to draw those fouls. Now, he does a good job of drawing fouls against him. I want to say before the game against Mississippi State, he led the nation in drawing fouls. So he's good. He's got to avoid that foul trouble. He's a load when he's out there. Up until Mississippi State, he didn't have, I think he only had 2 rebounds. But he's been pretty effective, And Dalen Swain, 34 and 14 against the Bulldogs, he's blossoming into a star, I'm telling you. But they're not getting a whole lot from other people, and that's been the problem.
Talking with Thomas Jones of the Austin American-Statesman this afternoon. Thomas, we mentioned Rick Barnes earlier. That storyline was huge when he went down there a couple of years ago in the old arena. Tennessee and Texas have played a bunch since then, including in the NCAA tournament year before last, the SEC tournament last year. Is the whole Rick Barnes storyline still a big deal in Texas, or is that thing sort of just fading away at this point?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing you ask. I chatted with Rick a bit in Nashville last year at the SEC tournament. Look, he's always going to – I think people now realize what they had in Rick that maybe they didn't realize 5 years ago. The level of success he had Texas at. I mean, he's won more games at Texas in his 17 years than any other coach. 19 tournament wins. I think Texas has about 5. They have 5 since he left 10 years ago. So I think people appreciate Rick more now. Now, the storyline, it is died down, especially with Rodney Terry's not at Texas anymore, longtime assistant under Rick. But it's never really going to go away just because Rick Barnes took the Longhorns to heights that they hadn't had before and they haven't had since. So I think there's a lot of nostalgia with Rick.
Just looking at some of the statistical comparison of these two teams playing tonight, it's kind of rare to see a team that's as closely matched with Tennessee when it comes to rebounding. Tennessee's obviously top 10, but Texas is right around there. They rank 14th in rebounds per game. Talk to me about how you guys run offense, because it sounds like maybe these are not so much contrasting styles. You guys don't shoot that many threes. Tennessee doesn't either at this point. When offense is running well for this team, what do you think that looks like?
Yeah, I think you're spot on. They like to go into the big fella. Vokatitis gets a lot of touches. He's a decent passer. He's a willing passer. He does have a tendency to turn it over a little bit, but they want to run inside out. They don't set a lot of screens up top to get guys open threes. Now, they'll take them if they got them, but they want to go inside out. And Swain, who's just been a force this year, he's really blossomed. He's best when he's taking it into the lane. So Texas is a little like Tennessee. They want to get inside, attack that basket, rebound, and like you said, they're not relying on the three. Now, Texas is absolutely terrible at defending the three. One of the worst teams in the SEC, if not the country. So if there's some silver lining about going to Knoxville tonight, it's say, you guys, the Vols don't rely on the three-point shot a ton, and that's just killed Texas this season so far. So maybe they match up a little bit better with Tennessee. I don't know if that'll help them much tonight, but I think the matchup is better because of those similarities.
Talking with Thomas Jones of the Austin American-Statesman this afternoon. It's Tennessee and Texas. 9 p.m. tip-off at Thompson-Boling. It's going to be a loud, raucous crowd at the arena this evening. Thomas, what are the keys for Texas early, first 5 minutes or so of the game that they have to do to establish to have a chance to win tonight?
Man, I think really avoid foul trouble. Keep Vokatitis out of foul trouble. If you get to the first media timeout, 16-minute mark, and Modest doesn't have a foul, I think Sean Miller will be very happy. That means you can keep running your offense. You can try to pound Tennessee inside a little bit, try to get the Vols' big guys in foul trouble. I think you avoid foul trouble early. I think Sean will be happy.
Something else I see where there's some similarity, and this is not one of renown, is It looks like both teams, well, we know our team is not doing well here, but it looks like both teams are struggling a little bit at the free throw line. We're afraid that may have cost us the potential of winning a game against Arkansas on Saturday. You guys are shooting 72%. Tennessee is shooting less than 69%. It's kind of rough. Is that something? I guess that kind of segues into my question of what is an area, you talked about defending the three, but what's another area of vulnerability for the Longhorns?
Gosh, Lee, you're talking about getting to the foul line. Texas sends other teams to the foul line so much. They foul, and it's driving Sean Miller nuts. He gave this analogy the other day about him harping on they got to quit fouling, especially late in the shot clock. And he basically said, look, when you tell your kid not to go out in the street, and he goes out in the street and he gets hit by a bus, you feel bad because you're the parent, but you're like, what did I tell you was going to happen? So that raised some eyebrows. Texas just fouls too much. And it's killing them, especially late in the shot clock. They have to avoid doing that, especially at Tennessee.
Hey, Thomas, last thing for me here, just looking forward, big picture for Texas. We mentioned Rick Barnes getting started here in Knoxville, and it took 2 years to get going. That was 10 years ago. A lot has changed since then in college athletics, and you can flip these rosters instantly. Now, do you think that's what the plan is for Sean Miller? Everybody gets a mulligan, I think, the first year around in any sport nowadays. But it seems like you get a couple of guys from the portal and you can get these rosters turned around really quickly. Is that the expectation for Miller and Texas?
Miller, Texas, every college basketball team, Kirk Cignetti, every college football team. I mean, these rebuilds, y'all, they don't exist anymore like we knew them back in the day. You have like 1 year, and really after that, you have no excuse. Right?
No, that's right.
Yeah,
that's absolutely right.
I mean, and the fans, they're not going to. The fans are smart. They see what's happening. They see other teams turning things around quickly. They're not going to say, "Well, we're not going to, 3 years and all this. We're not going to wait 3 years. We need you to win now. If you don't win now, at least win next year, and that's it."
Talking about winning now, I'm just looking at y'all's schedule after tonight. It's same for Tennessee. This is a big deal because we both lost our conference openers. We've got tonight's game. Tennessee's got Florida in Gainesville on Saturday. You guys on Saturday go to Alabama, and then to Vanderbilt, who's obviously playing great ball, and then A&M comes to Moody. I mean, this is a very big game tonight, and this is a weird SEC to me, Thomas, from the standpoint. Last year it was so incredibly tough and deep, and it's a good conference this year, but this is not if you want to have ambition to do well in the conference, you can't get into like an 0-3, 0-4 hole, and we're preaching that on this end too.
Yeah, and at least, if you're Tennessee, you're like, you know what? We went to Fayetteville. That's a darn good team over there. We lost. We were in it. We lost. Texas loses at home to Mississippi State.
Yeah.
And I think Mississippi State's probably better in the record just because of Josh Hubbard alone. But that's still one of the bottom half SEC teams. So that really hurt. So Texas has to steal something on the road. I think they got to steal one either tonight at y'all's place or in Tuscaloosa Saturday.
Yeah.
They got to steal one of them after losing at home. But to your point, I think just because the SEC, they don't have the 3 or 4 just heavyweights like they had last year, I think there will be some opportunities to, go on the road and kind of escape with a win. That may have not been there last year, and I think that applies to everyone.
Okay, my last question, because Russ mentioned it earlier, these two teams have played each other a fair amount in the last few years. Is Kendall Weaver out of eligibility after this year? Because it feels like I've seen this guy forever, and he's always like a little bit of a pest. You know what I mean? He just makes stuff happen. Kid jumps through the roof is what I recall, but also he just makes plays. I know he comes off the bench for you guys, but
he had a big game in the NCAA tournament game. I think.
Exactly. Is this it for him?
He did, and he probably had his best game of the year against Mississippi State. So it feels like he's getting used to what Sean Miller wants, and Sean's getting used to what Kendall Weaver does, which is pretty unique, you know. He's not going to, you know, kill you from the perimeter, but he's going to jump out of the gym, he's going to dive on the floor. And to your point, yeah, he is out of eligibility. Let's see. Yeah, he started at UTA. This is his third year at Texas, and I think he's this is it for him.
Hey, Thomas, we really appreciate the time this afternoon. One more thing on the way out the door here. I know you cover some football as well for the Austin American-Statesman. Do Texas fans freak out about the transfer portal on a minute-to-minute basis the way Tennessee fans do online right now about, hey, man, we're not addressing our needs here. Oh, we must not have enough money. This school must be stealing this guy. Is that going on in Austin as well?
Y'all, I'm not exaggerating. I've been on the phone, I think, 15 minutes with you. 4 messages have popped up on my phone in that time about the dang portal, about Parker Livingston going to Oklahoma. You know, I was like, y'all, he's the number 4 receiver. Like, relax. But yes, they do. They do. I will get more stories read. They just signed some backup tight end for Michigan State. More people will read that than anything I write on basketball, unfortunately. But that's life at a football school. Y'all know how it is.
Yeah, we got to let you go so we can take a quick break and come back and reset the portal conversation. So we appreciate it, Thomas. Enjoy the game tonight, and we will talk again soon.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good one.
Thanks, Thomas.
Thomas Jones of the Austin American-Statesman joining us this afternoon. And I don't get the feeling that Texas comes into the arena tonight just brimming with confidence necessarily.
No, although one of the things he said is their weakness is they send teams to the line a lot, and it's like, well, that's not an opportunity for us apparently.
I think we'll shoot it better tonight at home.
I hope so. I think the one thing I would say, I think I was hearing this on Tony's show earlier today, is the one guy, Ament's the one that's got to hit more free throws. I mean, come on, this is crazy, but Jalen Carey historically is not a good free throw shooter. No. It's not just he's not in a slump here. He's a 50% free throw shooter year in, year out.
You always have one of those on the team.
Yeah, we're going to have to accept that for all the other good things he can bring. But these other guys, man, we need them to step up and kind of get over it's almost like they're getting the yips now.
I'm just dreading the game inevitably. And how many years do we have Carey? At least 2, right? 2 seasons probably. Yeah. At some point, there's going to be a game where he gets fouled in a 1 point or tied game and has to go to the line, and it's going to be awful.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you're not inbounding the ball to him.
No, you should have him inbounding. You know what I mean? It's like that's I agree.
Do not want him on the line.
Stay with us. The drive continues. Final segment coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Your phone number to call or text the show. Back to wrap it up right after this.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What if I told you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less, simply by changing how your mortgage is structured? Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250
or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Are you tired of spending hours on laundry and ironing? Let Crown Cleaners handle your dry cleaning so you can handle your business. Our expert team can take care of your clothes, removing stains and wrinkles like they were never there. Whether it's your best suit or everyday attire, we handle it all at Crown Cleaners. Say goodbye to laundry stress and hello to extra free time. Crown Cleaners, Big Orange Country's imperial dry cleaning service since the 1960s. Online at crowncleaners.com.
Wrapping up on a Tuesday. Fan Run Radio, this edition of The Drive rapidly coming to a conclusion. This nice warm weather. Probably won't even have to take a jacket to the game tonight, Bob.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's going to be warmer tomorrow, too. Love it.
Titans fan on Twitter says, if you're the Titans, you got to call John Harbaugh right now. Offer him the job.
I'm seeing that out of a lot of people.
Ed says, is Pete Carroll going to take one last ride?
No, he should retire.
Feels like a lot of the shine has worn off his star.
Yeah.
It happens. You can't coach forever.
No, and hopefully in a couple of years we're going to forget that he ever coached for the Raiders. It'll just be one of those things like, oh.
I don't even necessarily hold that against him, right?
I don't, no.
I do hold it against him that he called a pass play at the goal line in that Super Bowl when you had Marshawn Lynch as your running back.
Granted, that one will be part of his legacy.
That one is still remembered and will probably forever be remembered.
By the way, I teased this earlier, never got to it. Joshua Dobson is the player that Heupel visited today in Charlotte or near Charlotte. He's Fort Mill, South Carolina, or right outside Charlotte. He is the number one cornerback in the class of 2027. So that's the kind of guy you leave during the portal to go visit.
Yeah.
I don't know if we get him. Well, I mean, we might get him now. You got no Willie Martinez and Uncle Fluffy on campus. We'll see if is it Michael Hunter Jr., the new cornerbacks coach?
Yeah.
Poindexter, get in on him.
I still feel very conflicted about Martinez. Because other than the people that call us, constantly pissing and moaning about him, all the guy did was churn out NFL corners.
When was the last NFL corner he put in the league?
He was here with Alontae Taylor, wasn't
he? Alontae?
Yeah, it's Alontae. That's all I can remember.
He wasn't here for
He's getting ready to have two more this year.
Was he here for Cam Sutton?
Yes.
Had him.
Emmanuel Mosley.
Emmanuel Mosley and Justin Coleman. He coached here, played for a long time in the NFL. So he did have his fair share of success stories, to be sure. Let's get a call from Joshy Boy. Good afternoon, Joshy Boy. You're on the drive.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Russ, I think I don't want Harbaugh. I think there's one guy you hire and one guy only. I want Kevin Stefanski. You make the call, and they're probably going to interview him Saturday, and Amy Adams better not botch this hire.
I like Stefanski. Those are probably my top two right now would be Stefanski and Harbaugh. Interesting guys that just got fired. But
Harbaugh's got hardware. Stefanski doesn't.
That's
He's
true,
coaching
Bear.
the Browns.
Two-time coach of the year.
I mean, but
that not enough hardware for you? You seen that Coach of the Year trophy? That thing's big, Joshy Boy.
It's the only trophies they get over
but Lamar never won a Super Bowl with Harbaugh, and all I heard was Ravens fans saying they're going to win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson, and they never did.
Oh, man. Is Lamar – I mean, that clock is ticking now.
Yep.
He's still fast, but he doesn't have jets in his shoes like he used to.
He is. Are you guys surprised any that we swung and missed on the Cook kid from Jacksonville State that went to West Virginia today?
I think something Russ pointed out a little earlier is the fact that Tennessee still, in Deshaun Bishop, they have option one at running back. You want depth, of course, and Cam Cook would have been great. But
Yeah.
it sounds like West Virginia may have been able to give him more of a promise, like you are going to be the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even saying that. Like, I like Bishop and want to keep him,
Yeah.
but I would prefer to have a more explosive back. I would like for Bishop to be the backup.
I got you.
Did he play for Rich Rod at Jacksonville State a few years ago?
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
probably because last season was just Rich Rod's first season in
Good
Morgantown.
Joshy boy connecting the dots.
Yep, that's a good call.
Yep. So, guys, are we worried any so far about the basketball team so far this season? Because I'm not hitting the panic button yet, but if we lose tonight, it's a big red flag.
This is a tough one tonight. If they lose this one, I would understand why people are going to get a little more. I mean, I think the level of concern's a little too high at the moment. We talked about this yesterday. People are talking about it being a bust of a season. It's like, then what's that make Florida, who's currently 9-5 too, and can't shoot the ball on the perimeter?
I mean, but Florida's coming off a national championship, Bob.
They are, but we're not looking in the rearview mirror right now. We're trying to look ahead. So I think tonight, I would be in that boat. If they lose tonight in a game where they're a 10.5-point favorite at home, then that's a problem. There's no doubt about it. But I don't think that's going to happen personally.
Right. Guys, out the door, I saw it in my dreams last night. Next year, when we play Arkansas, Max Gilbert is going to hit a game winner to beat us.
What? That's your walk-off?
Terrible.
I thought there was a joke coming at some point. I thought he was going to crack on him about missing then Joshy boy.
No, he just had a vision.
Crashed and burned. They aren't all home runs, buddy. He's usually got pretty good ones.
Texter says, Russell, you asked if the entertainment district was the best way of using university resources, but isn't this project privately funded? And isn't this project another source of revenue for the university?
The privately funded yet major revenue stream in the university.
Do you know how that works, Bob?
I don't. There probably is some additional funding that's not, traditional donor-based stuff, but who knows? But yeah, that's what I said earlier. I mean, if you're doing it right, then in a perfect world, it brings in more revenue, presumably to help build the athletic programs. If you're building the athletic programs, I'm on board. If you're building more buildings, I'm not. It's like that's got to slow down. That's my big issue too.
Yeah, can we let it breathe for
Yeah.
a minute? Like it looks nice over there. Like it's unbelievable. I walk in. It resembles nothing the school I went to 25 years ago. I mean, it is the lawns are manicured and the trees and everything. The architecture is beautiful and everything. Like it looks nice, but at what point is it enough? I guess it's like, hey man, can we just be happy with what we got? I guess that you do have to have. I mean, we talk about the housing crisis a lot. Like, you got to have somewhere to put these kids. So I get it if you're building dormitories. Like, that's just, I guess you got to do that.
Sure.
And you need more parking over there, Lord knows. But I do think it's been interesting to see, I don't know if pushback, criticism, what the word I'm looking for here is, but the attitude towards the entertainment district is not full-throated unanimous support from Tennessee fans. It's a fairly contentious thing. Texter here says, how long does this administration get to live off the, quote, but remember how bad it was before them logic? Fans are paying championship prices in every sport, and only Tony Vitello won a natty.
He didn't try real hard to keep him. Be careful, Danny. Be careful, my friend.
What, is that a threat?
Just saying.
Whoa.
It's like
Wait, be careful or what?
It's like Walter White.
He's
Tread lightly.
yeah.
Bear is the one who knocks.
Yeah.
His fan base is. It was all fun and games to you. You didn't even try. In 90%, he was probably going anyhow because it's the damn show. But I'd argue probably the greatest hire in Tennessee athletics history. I mean,
We've all heard the stories of Danny and Tony butting heads, and I don't think they despised each other. But, I mean, Danny said it, like they weren't buddies. They did not.
Yeah, and I can imagine, just knowing Tony, he might be a little bit of a handful to manage.
Sure.
In a job setting.
But do you think that if Danny were a little bit more coddling to Tony?
I wouldn't even call it coddling, just appreciative of the fact that the hottest coach on campus, and I realize it's not football or basketball, it's a non-revenue sport, but the best thing athletically, the success-wise, was this guy. Can we not make him feel like $1 million? I know he's not going to make as much as Heupel or Barnes.
Bob, Bear's getting a little emotional. I'm going to come to you for the straight down the rational take on this. Do you think if Danny had been Tony's buddy and his unquestionable supporter through his time here, do you think that it would have changed anything, or was
doubtful?
Major League Baseball, and he was always going to take that opportunity.
I think it's tough to walk away from Major League Baseball, and it's, by the way, it's not the Colorado Rockies or something like that. It was a pretty prestigious franchise.
Rockies catching strays
Prefaced
on the
everything
drive.
by saying that.
What's that?
I prefaced all my thoughts by saying it, but
yeah,
you could have made it harder on the fella.
Yeah,
make it a harder decision.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
But just a quick.
What do you think? What would have made you feel better if Danny had driven over to Tony's house and held the boombox up like John Cusack and Say Anything, played Peter Gabriel?
I mean, that's what me or you would have probably done, or any other number of people. But yeah, he should have taken better care of the guy. You feel the same way. You know you do. You were pissed off when he left. You're still mad about it, aren't you? You know you're gonna miss Tony when
don't
opening
make me think
day
about it,
opens
man.
up.
I've pushed that deep down amongst the other feelings that I don't want to contend
Well,
with.
you need
this
to deal with
afternoon.
it, buddy.
Don't make me bring that up right now, Bear. I'm not prepared.
Anthony
I'm not
Vitello
prepared.
will
Don't
not be in the
stop.
dugout this year.
I saw a poster of Vitello at Tennessee Tap House when we were there for that watch party last week.
Mm-hmm. Get you in your feels.
It brought up a lot of emotions, man. I didn't like it. Daniel is next. Go ahead, Daniel.
You know, Russ, I've always been a fan of Danny White. I think everything he's done has been A1 since day one. But I don't personally see how the entertainment district benefits. You know, even from a perspective that, you know, parking is already at a premium over there. We're not building any more land. So land is, you know, already, you know, where you're going to put a garage at. It's already parking is atrocious over there. And another aspect is outside of, you know, game days, are people going to drive downtown? I know you all have said that before, and I just don't see the benefit of the entertainment district outside of game days. And then it's where you're going to park people.
Well, I think that the entertainment district is more than just the 8 Saturdays. I mean, you've got men's and women's basketball, and increasingly you're seeing these events at the arena, whether it's a concert or a trade show or something like that. They've got it to where they're using that arena like,
Trying to keep it occupied
it's
as much
well
as
over
possible.
100 nights a year. I mean, maybe getting up close to 200. And so they're thinking about that. And your question is fair. I mean, as you said, we've asked it, like, are people going to come from West Knoxville for a night out on the town to go there to go get something to eat? I don't know.
You know, and Jay called in earlier, and, you know, I'm not a negative Vol, and I'm more of a realistic Vol, and I just echo his sentiments. And, you know, Trey had a call earlier talking about, you know, Danny White and having a Tennessee guy. We had a Tennessee guy and the old battle captain, and he about ran this program and this franchise into the darn ground. So
that's a good point,
I'll
Daniel.
take what Danny White's done all day long and twice on Sunday, and I'll root on a team that just went to the playoffs, and we're living in a golden era.
Not anymore. Tony's in San Francisco, buddy.
He still got us a chip. Y'all have a good
That's
day
right.
and go Vols.
Thank you, Daniel.
That's
One. He was supposed to win us 5.
I mean, I'm not down on Danny necessarily, but
be quiet.
Well, I'm just saying it's the same thing as Heupel, right? I mean, you make a bunch of money. You're like the highest paid athletics director in America.
You're one of the highest paid state employees.
I think we have a right to expect. Nobody expects perfection. We all understand you're not going to win every single game. Well, most of us understand that, but we have the right to expect greatness here.
Damn Skippy.
To demand greatness. So, and I think we should. All right, guys, quick. We get the job done tonight, Bob?
Yes. Amen. 17 points or more.
I believe very specific prediction. Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I think we will.
We're going to win.
Folks, we'll be back tomorrow 3 to 6 here on Fan Run Radio with more Portal talk. Until then, signing off, it's Russell Smith. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
The Drive.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock.